Okay. Burnt burnt. Hello. 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 All right, all right. Oh. What's happening? Ricardo Adams. Hello. How you doing, man? I just got out of SJ's stream. I know there were some people that probably still were staying up, so I had told them I was coming here. I figured you guys can all hang out here while I work, and ask anything you want. I'm pretty much a night owl. It's the only time it's quiet around here, to be honest. There's a lot of kids right here in all the houses where we live, so during the day it's like a madhouse. A lot of little kids, and they all got bikes, and it's like a little army. A lot of boys. Boys will be boys. So I try to get the bulk of my stuff done in the evening time. Evening till usually morning. All right. So I did an auction last week on what's happening in Hi Ho. When did I do the auction? Tuesday. I believe it was Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. 6 p.m. I'm gonna try to keep the same time, just once a week, same time. It's nothing. It's not a Friday, Saturday. It's not like a premium time, so I don't step on people's toes because I'm trying not to overlap. Because dang, it's hard, man. There's so many people. It's impossible not to. But um, what I got going is I've been grading coins, listing them down on a list, so that I can. I probably got more than I want to put up, so I got to condense this list to what I want to show. So what I do is I'm getting lag. Are you? I don't think it should be me, but you know what? Let me check. It took me a while, hi ho, because I tried to put on the regular camera through the computer on the OBS. Man, that freaking thing. uh, Ever since I did the update for it like a month ago, it has never worked right since. I even went and bought a camera, bought a mic. I put all this money into it that I could have put into coin. So Dragon had gave me a few suggestions, and I think that I gotta try them. And I do have an older computer, so it's probably that. And all the background stuff. I'm not really computer savvy, so I do my best. But this is my tablet, and my tablet, I'm like, dang, the first time I tried it, it really is a good picture. Like, it works, man. It works better. It's an Apple iPad. What's going on there, Silver Topaz? First timer. Right on. Cool. Right on, hi ho. You got it. All right. So like this title says, I'm just working. So you guys are welcome to hang out, shoot the breeze. Any questions, hit me up. If I know it, I'll answer it. If I don't, I'll try to figure it out. But like I was telling Ricardo, I do most of my work at night because we're at a lot of kids and it's loud during the daytime. It's hard to concentrate out here. So right now, it's like a morgue. It's dead quiet. This is like really the only time I get all by myself to me to get my work done or to concentrate because you know it's these pennies are hard to see sometimes. So there she is. Thank you for that awesome email. It was over the top. Awesome, 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 awesome. Danique was the first person on like my first streams that popped in right away and stayed the whole time, and she's been on every one since. And I appreciate the hell out of her. So I sent her a package with just some stuff. You know, you still haven't opened it. Right on. Well, you got to open it and see what's inside. I could have sent you like reindeer poop or something. Phone tablet. What's a phone tablet? Because I've seen some pretty damn big phones. I guess you can. I know you can use these tablets as phones, right? This one's an iPad. I can face message if somebody else has an iPhone. My kids have them, but Android no. So and I've done it a few times with my daughter. It's pretty cool. I mean, golly, I can't believe all this technology. It is. It's really cool. Hey, don't blame it on us. You're growing. You do. You stay and go. It's up to you. But I appreciate you. Right on. Right on. So if any youngins in the room, it's too late for you to be up. Go to bed. This is kind of a grown-up thing at nighttime. Not that I'm, you know, predicting anything bad, but occasionally I slip. So if I do, I apologize now up front. Um, I'm working on my old habits with bad language. I was a carpenter for gosh 20 plus years. So out on big construction sites, yeah, there's not one sentence out of any man's mouth that don't have a curse word in it. It kind of is hard to shake. So if anybody takes offense, I apologize in advance. Phone and tablet, right on, hi ho, right on, man. So I ran out. I make labels, so that's some of you probably already got these, and I put them by hand onto the two by twos. And these are the good ones. These are the plasticized, no PVC, etc. These are the ones you want. In other videos, I've shown how you tell they're rigid, right? The others are soft. The soft ones you don't really want unless you're trying to finish toning a coin. Then it's acceptable because it's one way to tone a coin. The old albums are better. Um, so I sell these, and I just started, and I got two orders already of people. So I'll make the label with what they want on it, 100 count at a time. So you get the flips 100, and you get them with your information. So the stickers will be made, ordered. If you want custom colors, I got some ordered. They should be here any day. I just checked on it today, and they were like held up or something on the tracking, but they're coming. Like the regular, the blue, the purple, yellow. But my printer only does black because it's the laser one. There's no ink, so whatever it is, it's gonna be black writing. But I mean, just simple information. You know, your brand name. That's what you want on there, and they're nice. Matter of fact, Daycon was my first customer, so I ordered him a color because I wanted to make really nice ones for him. So they're coming, Daycon. Just have a little patience, man. I was telling them you just popped in. I checked on the tracking today on the ones I ordered, the big rolls, so that I could with the better colors because this is all I have currently. And I don't want to give you yellow, man, because it doesn't match your stuff. And I sent you a bunch of emails. You still haven't got back to me. And I saw you answer me in some stream we were in like a couple days back, and I didn't catch it. I think it might have been my auction. I was just too busy, and I just couldn't get to it. You don't check email? Well, do me a favor, check it, tonight or tomorrow, because I need you to send me back what you want on it, because I don't know the wording, just the wording, bro. I'll put, it'll be groovy. Cool, right on. Dacon's fun dude. So if you guys don't watch his stuff, this guy does it all, man. And he's been on here a long time. He's got videos to go back, and if you like halves, he did them. If you like penny nickel dime, he did them. If you like metal detecting, this guy did it. He does it. So he's a fun dude. So I would really check his stuff out. Hi ho too. Like like anybody that's in this chat, if you guys aren't subscribed to each other, I shouldn't even have to tell anybody. Come on, that's a given, right? You guys sub to each other. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So me myself, I was running low, so I had to make some. So my auction last week went really well. Thank you, everybody. Um, I tried to get good stuff, and I'm trying to. You gotta know your mark. Got a gun today, and a bucket lister pocket watch, and a lead solder. Cool. What kind of a lead solder gun, or a gun like that shoots black powder or gunpowder? Solder. Right on. Yeah, I like tinkering with that stuff, man. Electronics is like the only thing I never had a chance to like get into fully. So I tinker here at home. I take classes online. Not take them, but there's a lot of free stuff. It's like literally. I'm doing a couple of them, and they're from Stanford too. They're really good. They're really good professors, like really well known. So anyhow, got everything out you want, you could wish or want for is online for free. Isn't that crazy? So I got a few things I could do. I'm gonna try to finish. I just need to finish putting in two by twos and labeling a few coins, because I just broke out some stuff that I wanted to do for my next auction, and it's gonna be um, quarter nickel dime, but a lot of cap bust stuff, not super high grade, but nice stuff. Because most of the people in our community, um, like the one I'm in, they're novice to early collector like me myself, but I've been doing this pretty hardcore and not collecting for myself, but more so buying and selling. So this is how I'm trying to make my small living. I got 20 Lincoln cent rolls today. Just got from Yakima. All 1 year. Did you get all 1 year, or like random? What are you looking for? If you're anything like me, you got all 1 year and you're trying to find something. Like these are 40. These I got a bunch of rolls of 46s, bro, and I'm trying to find that one. You know, that over mint mark, because it's one of the biggies. And when I came across them, couldn't pass them up. Yeah, these are circulated. These aren't BU. It's hard to find BU in every year. D over S. Yeah, see, I got 44. I got a couple, probably 3 or 4 rolls sitting over there of circulated, but they haven't been looked through. It's just like this one part of the shop where I go, my guy, he's 75, dude, and half of his shop was when he switched from buildings, one coin shop to another coin shop building. The layer that he's never touched them. These were like just big purchases that he had made, and he just kind of like at that time he got out of penny. He just does gold and silver. He has everything you could wish and want for. He's got stuff he forgot about. I find stuff all the time. He's like, oh yeah, that's right. Like boxes of like war nickels, boxes of seeded halves from Carson City. Like everything. Like I can't believe he has it, but he's been in it a long time, so I'm lucky. So anyhow, when it comes down to like I buy and I purchase, I usually save a little bit of money at the end, not big dollars, and I try to buy up all the anything. Sometimes he gives it to me face value, which is awesome. Commemorative $50. Hey, what's up, Daryl? What's happening, man? Daryl likes barbers like me. I like barber too. That I guarantee most people haven't seen. Yeah, I don't think most people like. I don't know very much about commemoratives. I haven't gotten into commemoratives. So yeah, I would assume so. Right on, right on. And then I got a roll at 1919. They're pretty nice. I haven't got a chance to go through them. All these I haven't had a chance to go through yet. That's not even labeled, so who knows what's in there. It's probably just both of these. I think those are like from boxes that I had done earlier. This is a year. I remember it because it had some Cocker coins. It just had some. What year was this? Like probably like 10 of them that had. It got wet. The wrapper got wet. No, it ain't roll 83D, is it? That one's good looking. Not weeds. I take it back. I'm confusing it with a different roll. It's one of those nights I got lazy and didn't put a label on it. They're random modern memorial back. So that's cool. You never know. You get 92 in there with the close AM. And then 1920 through 29, I remember this roll. Took them out of the papers, put them in here, and keep the air away from them. So, you know what? I think mine are P2. Yeah, because 1919, you get into D&S and they're more pricey. Yep, yes sir. Mine are P also. They're Philly. Colombians. Yeah, I know Colombian commemoratives are I couldn't name them all. I like the one PV was selling that one time and showing because it was good how he went over all the diagnostics and stuff. So now I'm starting to notice them. I would have never noticed them before. I look over them. I don't know more, and I've seen some good deals. So maybe in the near future I'll be picking. You know, if I get a good deal, then you guys get the deal. I'll only mark it up a little bit when I try to sell it, so you guys get my savings. You know, like I try my best to get coins underneath bid and ask. So which is tough. Bid and ask is like dealer price. Sometimes not, but still, you know, if you get something good for what it's worth and it's correct, that's why the grading and whatnot's so important. Because I deal in raw coin mostly. I get slabs occasionally, but it's just it ties up too much money for the little guy, and I'm the little guy. These are all random. Cool. Yeah. That's probably why I pulled them out. They've been sitting there for 2 days. You get so busy. VG to fine. $30 for your 1919 roll. You know what? I can't remember what I paid. I want to say he might have. We didn't look. I remember the day. So I'm assuming they're average circulated, which is like good, very good. Because like dealer rolls, that's where they start at. So like say V nickels, a roll of V nickels in average circulated, they're about 20-25 bucks. The very next step up is what you're saying. Very good to find. They double. That's a $40 roll. I have one. I got a couple rolls of regular average circ, and then I have one of the very good fine. And then I have all the years in their own separate containers, except for some of the 1800s. I have a few. And in my own V nickel book, I think I need like 4 more coins and it's done. So that's cool. You always get excited when you're about to finish a book. I do, like a little schoolgirl. All right, so you guys chat amongst yourselves. Like I said, shoot any questions. I just gotta do some work, but it's all coin. It's all coin, baby. $1913V. Yeah, I'll buy it. What do you want for it? Just kidding. You know that I don't know if you read because there was supposedly what 8 of them. Some guy came forth about about 4 months ago, and I don't know how they contributed it, but he had a leather case that was made supposedly at the same time, and when you open it, it was 4 nickels, and it has 8 spots in it. It was like this like extravagant handmade sewn leather with knitting, and like this really extravagant leather case. And I think he happened to be one of the guys that had one, or there was some reason why a lot of people were believing that it was done on purpose, and that this case this man had, it was for the 8. So he had it. I think it's at Heritage Auctions. 20 G's, 20 grand. This guy stands to get. It must have sold or not sold, or however it was. It's been that long. I read the article, and that was about the end of it. I didn't like go and like follow or click on the auction. It was really interesting though. Yeah, 1913. You guys find a 1913 V nickel, and you're rich. Because did you hear about the new transitional era Jefferson? New transitional era Jefferson. What year? No, maybe not. It's not ringing a bell. What year? 43. Cloud. Transitional. What did they change from 42 to 3? Well, okay, you're talking. That's not new. If you're talking about planchards that were silver or not silver being struck, vice versa, those have existed for a while. Matter of fact, you can theoretically catch um, in a lot of years, plus or minus. Well, plus more so than minus. They're out there. They're already auction records of them. Yeah, yeah. Those dude. I think one just sold, but it's not new. It's not new per se. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, right. I look for them occasionally. I got a roll of 43s. It's kind of like um God average circulate. I'd say there's a few in there that are better grade, and then I got a 43s that's MS 65 with full steps. You know what I'm saying? Probably higher than 65. I got stuff that I should send to grading, and I just don't have the. It starts to pile up, and then it gets out of sight, out of mind. Indian head necklace pendant. Yeah, I like that. I like that pendant. I see them all the time on like OfferUp. There's like somebody that does jewelry like that's close to me, and God, they do some really nice stuff, man. I like the big coins, like the Liberties that are like inset or inlaid into jewelry, like necklaces, pendants. They're freaking cool. That's right. That's right, Corey. We're 24 hour, 7 days a week. Shop around this sucker. Try, but with no guarantees though. I can't guarantee I'll be up. There's just some like lower grade barber dimes. I heard a lot of people say today specifically that they had never had a barber dime, so I got probably 10 of them. So I put a couple good grade ones, higher grade, and a couple smaller grades. So there's a little bit of everything for everybody. And I just put that one in backwards. You wear a miniature loop around your neck like this? Does it hang off of a alpha something like that? That's my miniature looper hanging around my neck right now. You like that? You like that, don't you? Vandalism? Where? Is it? You know what? It might be scale like the video. This is like I don't think I could use a smaller. I've seen. I take it back. I've seen the like really really petite ones. I know what you're talking about. Because for me, this one's super small. I got some big ass man hands. I don't know if it shows, but I'm a big dude. I'm 6'5", bro. These like my hands are like They're big. Shit, I can't find shoes anywhere. Let's put it that way. It's been a curse all my life. I was 6 foot in the 6th grade. Okay, we got those. Then we got some quarters starting from I want to say 32. 34, 35, 36, 37, and 39. And then I got some bus quarters coming up. These are 2 bus quarters. And a proof. I don't know. Like I said, I get a bunch of stuff out that needed to be graded. It's all graded. It's written down. This took like 4 days, off and on, back and forth. And what you can't see over here is a bunch of high grade MS 62 through, I'd say 66, but I'm gonna grade them all, grade lower for auction. And I found a couple varieties in them. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I got about a dozen silver quarters that are in really, really. I mean, this is a proof. And I was looking for that Type M. This might be it. So I don't know. This one I might not put in the auction. I might try to send that off to Wexler. But I'm pretty sure it's a Type. It's hard to find the diagnostics for Type M. Where are we at? Let's see. 1945. Beautiful. It's got yeah, it's got cartwheel. It's got nice bloom. It's beautiful, beautiful quarters. These suckers are nice. So year-wise, 86 Morgan. I'm not. You're talking French to me, man. I started messing with Morgans, but I didn't have the bread to sustain it. So it's how do you put it? It's a long-term, short-term goal. Like to be full circle, you got to mess with, you got to get to the Morgans eventually. It should be everybody's like goal, if, coin collecting. But it's tough. And VAMs, you think the 1960 or D penny has a lot of varieties? Yeah, Morgans are the same way. There's so much stuff in Morgans, it's not even funny. But yeah, there's a lot. I got all the way through like 61, 62, 63 in PND, 1958 PND. 59. I got 59. It's a D over D. And then I got one of those 40% silver that's in a nice high grade, 1976. So I had seen a couple of those going around. Mine's choice, uncirculated, so it's a nice specimen. So those will be part of the auction. God, I've been trying to do a video just like I did for the other one, just a small 2-minute preview, and I haven't been able to fit it in. And then nickels wise, I'm gonna put some nickels in there. Man, I wish I could do gold. I have a wedding ring and a coin on a leather necklace now. You told me this, Hi-Ho, and I like to try to take it in. I found gold coins and just have them around my neck. Yeah, you told me that. I was there when you won that auction. Right on. Eventually, you're gonna be like a pit bull, man. You have too much stuff on there. You're gonna be all muscle. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to take you out and fight you against like Dobermans. The 86, yeah. You want to hear a cool thing? My Connect, my guy, my brick and mortar. It's my wholesale dealer that I've kind of became like kind of tight with. Like he's the man with Morgans, dude, by heart. Like there's been like big guys in the industries that he told me all these good, cool stories. Like they all like he's the one to go to if you got something you don't know what it is, or if you're looking for a certain VAM. This guy knows he's been doing it for a long. He's 75 years old. He's been doing it for a minute. So it's nice to have a guy like that in your corner, because he ain't gonna be there forever. So that's why I'm trying to learn as much as I can, buy as much as I can. But the nickels I'll be putting in there. I got a 43D MS65 full steps nickel. I got a 50D, which is the key date you want, an MS64, 65-ish, and it's full steps. So that's a nice one. Um, the coins from the that's cool. That's a cool little saying. You know what? All right. See, I had just caught the end of it and I couldn't stop the other night, and I didn't see that. You probably put the same thing. So bear with me. Let me write it down 1 second, because you ain't gonna check your email and you're not gonna get back to me, sucker fish. Okay. The coins from the cone. 710. Awesome. Hey, do you like the? Because I mess with like the lowercase, higher case. You like that, or you want it to be lowercase the whole way? The big D and the big C kind of looks cool. Just a suggestion. You know what I mean? And status say sucker fish. Call people a rooster fish because a rooster is a cock and a fish is a sucker. You can do the math. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. It comes here. Then I'll put wherever. I'll do a couple of them, man. And then that Daycon 710 on YouTube. You got it. Now you're positive that you've been on here a long time. Let's say that's your link. I printed a link on like thousand somethings one time and then I had it wrong. Okay, so at Daycon 710 on YouTube. At YouTube or on YouTube? Okay, you got lowercase. All right. At, yeah, right on. Awesome. Yeah, they should be here any day. They should have been here already. I was getting pissed, so I went on and checked. I went back to my receipt and then checked my tracking, and it said they were held up somewhere, but it said they were en route to my postal shop, which is right down the street. So, and where I bought them from, it's not far from where I'm at. So I don't know what the hell held them up. Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. You gotta remember, man. I'm really like literal because it just makes it easy for me. So whatever you put, that's what I'm putting. So I'm just trying to catch any problems ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then honestly, I'm gonna do some samples. I'll shoot them to you. This should be in the email. So I'll find you. I'll message you through YouTube too. You'll probably get that faster, or you'll answer it. I'm trying to take a friend into vaping. It'll charge him $1 a mil. I'll be vaping for free. Free vape is good vape, right? Yeah, I don't think many people. I had a cat come buy some stuff for me today, this morning, and what the hell was he look? A gold coin. It was a gold. It was an early gold coin that he was entertaining buying somewhere else, but was a pawn dealer. So I was just trying to talk him out of it. But you don't want to hate on other people that sell coin because it's libel. They can sue you for libel. Um, well, it used to be that way, like in any business. You know, I've owned business quite a few of them off and on through the years. Anyhow, because it's just bad. You can't hate on another dude trying to eat. But typically, you don't want to buy coins at pawn shops. You just don't. They're not the most knowledgeable. That just for that reason, um, you just don't want to do it. Libel's like I was a contractor for a lot of years. Hi ho. So going out and doing bids, contractors bidding on the same work. Everybody that was a contractor would. as I was in my area. You know, there's going to be a bunch of people that do the same type of work, right? Well, if I showed up on a bid and they had already had, say, another company there, and they happened to mention or I asked, you know, which you should never pry. You know, you should let your work stand for itself and period. That's how I've done it for 20 plus years. Anyhow, and you hear it, and then you just, because guys will just instantly go into this routine of, oh, you don't want them. Those guys are horrible. I heard stuff and that's libel, man. You can't say that stuff if it's not true, if it's not public record, if it's not, that's libel. You're basically lying to get the job. If they get wind of it, they can sue you. They'll win. So it's like movie stars on like TMZ, one bad mouthing another one bad enough because they're like in a movie that's coming out. You're hurting every person, all thousands of people that worked on the movie. Their money's getting shorter when people say bad stuff. You know, that's why you don't see movie stars too often. That's what that's what created these like shit talk magazines and TMZ, and because it's all hearsay, man. But now everybody's got a camera on their phone. You can't do nothing without privacy. Doesn't exist. You gotta be careful. Careful what you say. I need to swallow. I don't know if it's better than positive publicity, but the old saying is there's no such thing as negative publicity. You want to be, if that's what you're going for, you want your name out there all the time, good or bad. But I don't think bad is better than good. Yeah, people do love drama. It's like I always used to say when you watch the funny videos, right? Yeah, there's lots of funny. Oh, how cute, you know, the cat plays the piano, whatever the hell. But when the fat guy falls down the hill and like looks like he broke his neck, why is it that every time somebody gets hurt in one of these things, they're the funniest? It's because by nature, people like that shit. They like the drama because it's more taboo, you know? It makes it, they think, that, ooh, you know, they know that. They prey on our, they've known this shit for thousands of years, man. Yeah, farts are always funny, dude. You can't get away from them. Why can't you be famous? You can't be famous, Hi Ho, because you already are. Duh. That was you tried to get me. That was the easy one. Oh, I'm not an advocate of smoking, but you have to excuse me because I am hooked. I can't be famous because they know what would happen now. Take over the world. That's why they've been messing with me for 25 years. Except that I lost all aspirations of doing any such thing. I gave up a long time ago, bro. On that, I took over enough square miles, and it was a chore, and it was easy and came natural. But people, most people don't give 2 cents, bro. It really broke my heart. Anyone think the penny and nickel days are numbered because of cost? You know, the nickels ran negative. Like I think it's like 5 years running. It cost us way more to make the nickel. The penny, it's propaganda, all, but it's real. All the powers that be, they're trying to get rid of the penny. It's because they know it only hurts middle class and under. It's sticking it to us. So if it ever comes up in topic, you need to fight for the penny. Because without the penny, they round everything up. They're never going to round down. Do not assume that any politician tells the truth. Everything will round up to the next dollar. So on a penny platform, well, it's only a penny. It's a penny. Yeah, think about all the stuff you buy in the course of one day. Then times that times seven. Then times it a month. 52 weeks. It's going to cost real money at the end. And then times that times, 10 years because it goes quick. And then add the all the jackups they put on. We're in California. Every year is new taxes, outrageous tax. The tax for gas. the tax for your registration on your vehicle, the tax on your home, etc. I could go on for hours. You do not want to give up the penny because in your lifetime, if you got 10 years left or 70, it's going to cost you a big percentage of all the money you ever stand to make in penny. So people people don't really do the math. They don't follow through all the way, and it's all hypothetical, but I'd rather just not get rid of it. So, and in our country more so than others, collectors, numismatists, dealers, etc. Everybody in our circle, we have power, dude. We are super powerful. Case point, the special mint sets from 65, 66, and 67. The government got mad because collectors hoarded 64s. So to punish the public, they didn't make mint sets. What happened? The collectors turned around and they make their voice be heard and they threw a fit. And the government cowered. They gave us the special mint set series to shut us up. So you got to remember, every coin ever printed in this country, from the first till the last one yesterday, there is a piece of legislation that was written and passed to print that. They don't just print coin because it's a good idea or it'll make money, or it doesn't work that way. It is all voted on. It has to be. It's a law. Just like it's a law that the coins have to have "In God We Trust" on them. At one point it has to have an eagle, Virgin of Liberty, etc. And certain style coins. That all of this is in public information. And in books, real expensive books. But I like my internet. It's free. I have books. I got a whole bunch of them. And I mean, you know what? And I do reference them a lot. The books are great. Having it right there in book form, because we're always on this thing online on YouTube. So it really is kind of like a good thing to have. But they're expensive. So until you can afford them or trade them for a coin or something, get a deal. Use all the free stuff that's out there. PCGS website, NGC, Konica, Wexler's. You got Ken Potter's errors. I could go on, and it's, if you don't find it on one, you're gonna find it on the other. It's just the way it is, and that's why Kim Peavy's idea of putting it all in one. When you click on the 45D, everything is on there. One-stop shopping. That's $1 million idea. It's a undertaking the size of rebuilding Rome, where Rome is now. He's not going to accomplish it in his lifetime. That's why I wish he would open it up fully now as it's going. I don't know what benchmark he's waiting on, because it's just, and then as you're doing it, new things are being discovered every day. It's just that much to learn. You can't learn all the coin in 10 lifetimes, right? The penny ain't going nowhere. The banks make too much money on them because of how Canadians, they can put in the box. So how many boxes do they sell a day? All right, well, I'll tell you, I get what you're saying. Jesus can't be infamous unless he comes back and does some wicked Armageddon shit. Hi Ho's a genius. That's some deep shit, Hi Ho. And funny. Offensive probably to some people, but you know what? People take themselves too damn serious. You gotta take everything with a grain of salt. Great point. Good point. Friend. Dang it. I missed. I probably been taking. I don't want to take anything out of context. Danger Dudes. You are not familiar, so I'm gonna click on you right now, real quick, bro. I'm gonna go to your channel. Chill with me, my bro. I'll chill with you. I'm gonna subscribe to you, man. I'm number 39, and I'm hitting the bell. It's a youngster, so you guys watch with no bad words. I got you, Danger Dudes. I'm sub to you, man. And I know I got Ricardo, right? No, I don't. Okay. All right, Ricardo. I'm sub to you, man. You got content too, so I'm gonna click the bell. Right on. All right, I got you guys. I know I got you, Silver Topaz. Yeah. Yep. Cool. 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 Is there anybody I'm missing in here? Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Participants. Nope, we got all you guys. All right, cool. We're good. Make sure you guys sub to each other. That's what it's all about. All right. Yeah, I see it differently, Hi Ho. Jesus is pretty infamous already. Jesus wasn't. He's not a forgiving, nice God all the time. He hands down punishment. You know, and then God, the Trinity, however you believe or if you believe, etc. But like I read the Bible, I studied religion a few years. We're Catholic. We got married in a Catholic church. We were practicing, young married people 20 some years ago, and then life kicks in, and I worked 7 days a week for 20. I would have rather been in church. Anyhow, yeah, Jesus hung out with scumbags. He didn't hang out with saved people. He hung out with all the hookers and tax collectors, and he was where the people that didn't believe were. You know what I'm saying? But infamous, what a good word. You're a writer. You don't know it. I hope. Wicked Armageddon. That's like that's pretty. It's really, I think writing is a gene. It's a gift. You can give some people all the time in the world, and they can write 2 lines. In writing, being a good writer, yeah, for sure. Being a good writer is dangerous because the old saying, "The pen is mightier than the sword," is more true than people know. You can control the masses with the stroke of a pen. All you have to do is plant seeds because people can't unhear and unread things that they hear and see and read. That's ultimate power without them knowing. That's how they do it. Yeah, God want to know what he did to Lot, Lot's wife. You know what I'm saying? But I take the Bible with a grain of salt because it's the perfect book. It's got the setup, the summary, the introduction to characters. Then it goes up to a peak, like all good books, and then it falls down, and then summary out. It's just a good book. If you want to believe all those things happen, they're just similes. They're just to get points across. That's the way I look at it. It's like, yeah, be good people. You want to do your neighbor and your fellow man right. You should just treat others the way they treat you. Like Psalms, all the Psalms are awesome because if you read all the books in the Bible, God, it's such a big book and it contradicts itself so much. But it's because it's perspective. I think they put all those different things in there, like turn the cheek, eye for an eye. That's a strict contradiction in term. It's an oxymoron. They're saying to do two different things. It's because everybody's going to interpret it different. I stay away from religion now, to be honest. Use your powers for good, I'll right on. That's good. Yeah, they always run nice when they're brand new, don't they? You got my juices flowing. I hope. So I went and I got I have a vape. I have a pretty nice vape, but I don't have. I ran out of filters. I had bought the wrong ones, so I tried to rig them up. This is the unit, and this sucker it works nice. It's up to goes up to 60 watts which is good. And then you can set the temperature on it, and it'll go up to 600 Fahrenheit. So you can dial it in. The watts and the like. Some of the juices are thicker than other. You know, like so you mess with this, and you get it to where it blows good clouds. And then the reason I really like this is I never have to take the battery out because it's just that's the same thing as my phone charger. I got a million of these chargers. I just plug it in, charge it up, and the charge lasts a long time. I've had this for years. A good friend of mine gave me this. And I got like 3 badass tanks, but I'm out of filters on all of them. So I tried to clean one of the filters because it used to work, but you only get about 2 cleans out of it. Like run it through hot water, but it's Japanese cotton is the best cotton. That's what you want in your tank. And it really is only usable like once, maybe twice, and then it deteriorates. It just breaks down. It won't act proper. So I'm gonna have to get off my butt and go get some filters for it. Yeah, that's what they call sheep. Most I'd say 9 out of 10 people. That's why great men and great women are really they're anomalies. They're rare. They're more rare than people know. You know these statues of people. You know every country has their own. Um, they don't make statues of people that last thousands of years unless they really were something. You know, Socrates was he was one of the world's infinite. You know, 1,000 years from now, he'll be considered one of the greatest thinkers. That's because he was that. You know, his mind was that evolved and advanced, which was not like any other man that was on Earth at that time. Galileo, Da Vinci, um, Thomas Jefferson. It's one of my idols. I read his biography when I was a kid, and I'm a Jeffersonian. Thomas Jefferson did so much, and he was such a shy man. He didn't want credit. He didn't. He wasn't even the one that picked to write the Declaration of Independence at first. The person they picked didn't. After like a week or something, he he didn't want to do it because he probably didn't know how to do it. Like what an undertaking, right? And Jefferson, that was the what we have now was not the first draft. It was like the third draft or something because he was a perfectionist and he didn't like the first couple. But I've read the first couple and they any one of them would have jived. Yeah, because it's easy. You know what? And God bless them because this food chain needs all parts because really that's what it is. That's why communism doesn't work. True communism on paper, you can't even pick it apart. But real life, real world, everybody knows if you're studying history, it doesn't work. You can't make a doctor have the same status in society as the guy that picks up the trash. It doesn't work. It does not work. You can't pay them the same. You can't make them equal because not everybody. Because people are so much. We're so all alike, and we're eons away from each other. You know, we're so different at the same time. It's all genes. It really is. And I'll tell you right now, there's been times in years I went with the flow because you know what? Fighting the grain is hard. You you gotta pick and choose your battles. That's all. It's the best advice, you know. You really gotta weigh your pros and your cons. Is it really worth it to press the issue on whatever issue it be? And sometimes it's a gamble. It's a coin flip, you know. You might have 1,000 pros and 2 cons and still end up the other way. People are a trip. They really are. Deep conversations. Ah, this ain't deep. This is average stuff. No, Corey, poor Corey. Corey's like, show a weed already, dummy. Yeah, you know what? When I was younger, I was the textbook indoctrined. I spent my whole life on 10 square blocks, 10 of the shittiest, most dangerous blocks anyone in the world can spend. And thank God I got out just outside of my 10 blocks because I thought every neighborhood and every family. And I thought it was the same for everybody else in the world as it was for me, plus, plus or minus a little bit. And it's not. It's a big world. There's a lot of cool stuff I'll never see more than I could do in a lifetime. I tell my kids that stuff every day. Don't settle and don't be happy with this, even if it's awesome, because there's gonna be something else out there that'll knock your socks off. So life is to be lived, not watched. You're either the one doing it or watching it. There's talkers, doers. That's one of my like philosophies. Get busy talking it, get busy doing it. I'd rather be doing it. But I'm all broke up and beat up. But I did it. Oh boy, did I do it! I did as hard as I could for where I was and what I had. So now I'm doing this. I'm doing this YouTube thing, and I'm trying to do it as good as I can. I'm trying to like be good to the people who are good to me. I'm just living it the way I've always lived it. The only thing I can promise is I'll never, ever lie to anybody, and even in the stupidest circumstance, because I can't. I've gotten in hot water when I could have lied and got out of it easy, and my dumb ass, I couldn't do it. It's a glitch in my DNA. That's why I never could be a politician. Yeah, hi ho. That's where I'm at, hi ho. Hi ho just said it in a nutshell. I spent a decade, probably like 30 to 40, with this guilt trip that I had some weight on my shoulders that I was responsible to do something about stuff. So I literally did it as hard as I could, educated myself on all these things, that along the lines of what I was into, and that's what you come to. This monster is way too old and way too big. There's nothing I can do, literally. All I can do is worry about my clan and mine, and give them the morals and the idols that I live by, and hope that they give it to their kids, etc. Like, who knows? And hope that there's, that they can influence people for the better. You can't judge people. You just, all that, we're different, we're not. We're all carbon based. You know what that means? It means, and this is some hard stuff at first to understand, you just have to, sometimes you got to take things with blind trust. We're brothers and sisters to every human on this. We're all from the same genio. We're brothers and sisters with every animal on this planet, with every plant, tree. Anything that is alive is our kin. That's the facts. You'll find half scientists, yeah, half no. How could you not understand that? Mother Nature is bigger than any hydrogen bomb, nuclear warhead, bigger than anything. It makes nuclear bomb look like a grain of sand on a beach. She reminds us every once in a while too how small we are. Katrina. In the last 5 years, every natural disaster that happened was the biggest on recorded history of all time. That's telling you something. But but to break it down to the smallest, most meager beginnings, you know, how do you treat your neighbor? How's your neighbor treat you? Because you got to start there. You can't jump steps. If you spend half the day in your house talking shit about your neighbor, nah, I don't want to know you. I was just raised different. You're supposed to treat your neighbors like family. You're supposed to look out for each other no matter what. And it's not, you don't even have a cost. It's really easy. Easy to do. Easy to do. Anyhow, you guys get me off on a tangent and I'll keep talking about all kinds of stupid stuff. Listen to Cryon. Cryon. Kryon. You know what, Denique? Offhand, it doesn't ring a bell, so I'm gonna say no initially. But I'm very my flaw in me is I am horrible with names. If your neighbor is a douche, you know how you fix that, they call him? I worked in people's homes all my life. That's the most intimate setting you can do. I've seen every walk of life, every family, every dynamic. I've had the guy that stands over your back the whole time you're working and remodeling his kitchen or his bath. That's a pain in the ass. You know how you win them over? With kindness, bro. The more they are shitty to you, the more you take it, because it really don't cost you nothing. Check that shit at the door when you go home. You know, it's a job for money. That's all. It works, bro. I perfected that, and it doesn't mean it'll always work. There's always gonna be some that you can't please. You can please all the people some of the time, right? But it puts you on the higher moral ground. You're just kidding. You asshole. That's good though. I like that. They kind of interject some like hypothetical like philosophy, which what I've come to adopt lately, like in the last probably 10 years. There is no right or wrong answer for anything. It's all perspective. It really is. All the old adages, is the glass half empty or half full? These adages don't exist and have lasted thousands of years for no reason. It's because that's how they handed down common sense and philosophy and they're all true. They're all true, man. Yeah, I will. I will. Matter of fact, if I don't, I'm a note taker. If I don't write it down, I will not remember that. But I will. Got it. Yeah, hi ho. I missed that. Millions of years, I'll be gone. Doesn't really matter. Okay, that's a pretty. You can't mess with that statement. That's true. We haven't hit a million mark and had recorded history, so that's as true as anything. But it does. You do your best till your last breath. That's it. That's that's what I tell my boy all the time. You got to leave it all on the field. This you get. You know what a blessing it is to be alive, because you could have easily not been. This is a miracle. Being a human being and being alive is a miracle. So all these people who go through life just using and taking and not contributing and not trying to better themselves or learn, or what are you here for? It's like waste. And time goes by so quick. I'll tell you on later. I haven't showered yet today. The day is almost over. Been a long, hot day. Shower will be nice. I got. Hi, hello. Thank you. One of my supporters. The guy that was there with Denique. He's been in everything I've ever done. Every stream. Don't matter the hour. I appreciate you, brother. Go get that. Take a shower and get some shut eye. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm stalking him. Don't tell him. All right, so I said quarters, right? It's a bunch of quarters. Pretty good array. I mean, from cat bust all the way down to Washington's. No seeded, but you know, early Washingtons, middle Washingtons, late silver Washingtons. That's pretty good. Then I'm gonna be putting dimes. Some pretty good dimes. We got 32 half dime. That's a cat bust. a 36 or 35. Those will be in there. Then I got 65 and 68 3-cent nickel, not the 3-cent silver, 3-cent nickel, and they're in a little nicer grade. And I'll be putting a few barber dimes, 97S and probably 92O in about very goods, which makes them. I'm trying to keep everything priced like according, you know. I'm gonna test the waters. There'll be a few that because I haven't seen any. Well, I take it back. I haven't in the last week. I've seen a few things sell for like over $100, just one set or whatever. So there'll be like an 1818 cap bust large quarter, and that's a $50 quarter. But I got a 36 cap dime for 15 and fine, So I'm just trying to something for everybody. And I'll probably put these two nickels. I got the two best ones I have, V nickels. I got a No Sense 13 in XF, but I do have a better date, 1893 in very fine 20. So that's a nice V nickel. It's a very nice V nickel. And then I got Mercury I got every Mercury you wish and want for in every grade and variety. I've been finding a lot of double dyes and nice stuff. Yep. And then, not this week. We're sticking to the clad coinage this week. Just because it was a topic, like in every stream I've been in. But I got to get my fix. So, the week after this week's auction, I'm going to break out some of the pinning and my better pinning. So, this is just like one of my storage boxes, and this is all variety in this box, and very nice grade stuff. I mean, it's a 96 double dye reverse, 55 with dye chips in the stocks. It's got toning. There's an 82 DDO number 5. That's a variety. 56 dye chip. I did actually go on and check a few of these on Cuts on Coins. 80D DDR1, the reverse. 60D number 8 DDO. Like, I've been working my butt off, man. 55D repunch mint marks. They got a lot of good stuff. Yeah. You gotta try to keep it all protected, man. It's hard. I know you. I hate to see your room that you do all your work in. You know what? I can get you any album that you want because I can order. I have an order book from probably the number one place that all dealers buy from. I can't promise the best price all the time, but I can promise a price better than you can get, probably, because there's times when I order with my guy who's my wholesaler and I pay like ridiculously cheap. Then there's times where I just order myself, which, everybody's price is different. So I haven't been brick and mortar for 45 years, but I'll still get better than if you never ordered from them before. So yeah, I can get books, but I do have some albums here on hand. So it just depends on what you're looking for. And I sell flips, and I do have a lot of quarter capsules that are new. I have quite a bit. They're not the Loctite. They're kind of an off-brand, but they're nice. They do the job. They keep the oxygen from them, and they keep them safe. They're good. I haven't really pushed them yet. But if you need tubes, I currently have quite a bit of dime tube. So if you need some tubes for dimes, just holler at me. I got penny, I have half, no nickel, and I have quarter. These are the Max Clarity. These are really nice. They're inexpensive. They're not as good as the square, but it depends on how you store them. I got a couple hundred counts in these box cases they come in, so they store the round ones are just fine. I don't have to pay the premium for the square, but every chance I get, if it's a deal, and I'll buy square. I just haven't bought extra for to resell. And this week, man, I've had a good week on the local venues that I sell because it's been kind of stalled out. But those three nickels I had referenced earlier, they are going to be in airtights. And these airtights are like $1 or $2 each, you know, just by themselves. These are nice. These are really nice. Let's see. That's the I think that's a 50D. Yeah. That's MS. Is that picking that up? Oh. There's just a little delay. How you doing, Tennessee? Tennessee. So 50D, MS. I got it. I try to be conservative. If I'm ever wrong, or if there's ever something contested, no harm, no foul, man. Contact me, send it back. We'll make it right. We'll do whatever it takes to make it right. But I do practice trying to conservatively grade. But you gotta remember, I'm not a professional grader, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. You gotta grade them yourself. I do raw coin, trying to keep it, you know, low dollar, etc. And we have this is a 54 proof. It's cameo, and it's got rainbow in it. It's probably a 63-ish. Oops, sorry. I couldn't get my OBS to work tonight, so I'm a little miscombobulated. I have to rely on the delay there. You can catch the gist of things. I'll be doing a video. That's what my work tonight is. I'm just finishing up, you know, a couple days work of getting ready to go through this list. It's too much, and weed it out, punch list, get down to what we're gonna put up, and I'll do a short 2-minute video, give a preview of the auction. I'm trying to keep it. I like doing it. This past one, it was perfect. I think 6 p.m. gets everybody just getting home on the West Coast. They got an hour to, you know, relax, and it's not too late for all my East Coast people because there's lots of East Coast people in here. So the last week was awesome. It was a big success. You know, everybody showed out, and I'm just hoping it wasn't just the one time, you know, support each other, which I appreciate too. So I hope the coin is what they were happy with, because I've since gotten, I think, about 4 people that they got their package already, because I shipped it the next day. When that's like one of my things that is a selling point, because it's hard to do. I was up that whole night after the auction till the sun came up and got it all packaged. So it's not easy sometimes, but I will continue to do that because I know how it is. You buy your coin, you want your coin now. You know what I'm saying? I want a good feeling now, or as soon as possible. Right, Shelly? Shelly! That's how I do that, if you were wondering. You got to see me do it for, like, live. How was that? Was that awesome? Shelly is the bomb. Yeah, I'm not beefing people up and blowing smoke up people's butts. I'm thoroughly impressed with the quality of people I've met on YouTube, because I used to have so much disdain for this website. And I think it was probably because all the young kids that used to whoop my ass in video games. It kind of ruined it for me for a little bit. I'm just a girl. Yep. you just who you are. But yeah, so I mean, God, what it's probably been, the time goes by so quick. It's been like 3 months I've been on here, probably 3 months. Do you have an eBay shop or web, or do you do auctions on here? And how does it work? Thank you. That's a good question. I was on eBay for over a year just recently. I got blackmailed and tortured by whoever these people are that do that because it's pretty easy to do it. Come to find out, um, but they got me, and I'm a weirdo when it comes to like my morals. I will, and it's not good for me, and it didn't end up being good. I gave it all up to fight this man, and it took like 6 weeks to investigate, eBay side of it. I ended up on the right side of it. So, but what it did, it triggered PayPal to, in my benefit, want to redo everything. I do not have a bank account. I will never own a bank account. And I was just fine for a year with what I had, prepaid credit card. I had the credit card from PayPal, and that was fine. You know, well, they would not let me keep it that way. They wanted bank, uh, checking account, etc. Period, or no PayPal. So even though I won and was found, innocent, didn't do anything, this guy would like try to rob me because I had it happen a few times, but this guy was good. And I took all at the time I had about in between 50 to 100 auctions any given day. I had sustained 80 about 80 auctions for quite a while towards the end because I had gotten really good at it. I put out a good product. I think you can still find me on there because I still have an account. I just don't use it, and it's Lemon Head Penny. And you can go look at my feedback because what this man did was he kept telling me to send him money or he was going to ruin my perfect feedback because I had over I think 400 sales and not one person ever complained. I got nothing but awesome feedback the whole time. And this son of a you know what, he did it. He gave me the one dislike or one bad feedback that took my 100% off. There's guys that have been on there for 12 years selling coin and have 100% still, and that was my goal, and I was sustaining it, and you know one guy ruined it, and eBay kind of honestly eBay did me bad because I don't know how many of you know eBay owns PayPal, and when I found that out, I was really upset because I have to pay to put my auction up. I have to pay a percentage when it sells. Then everybody on eBay uses PayPal, and PayPal takes a cut of your transactions using PayPal, which they should. You don't want to pay no, you don't want nobody doing stuff for free, right? That's not cool. Except it's all owned by the same person, which means they're taking three cuts out of one lot of money. And I've owned businesses. That's unethical. And you know that it's unethical by the fact that they don't really make it known that they own PayPal. They bought them like 5 years back or something. So that's where I'm at. And I had a store. I got the store on the USA Coin Book. I had a lot of stuff in there. Right now, there's no coin on it because I've been overwhelmed. But USA Coin Book, Lemon Head Penny, same thing. And I will in this not this week, but in the next month, I will properly start refilling that store. But yeah, as on a whole, I buy, I sell, and I've done it for over a year, maybe a year and a half, and I'm continuing to do it. The whole time I didn't know this community was here on YouTube. I feel stupid. I had no clue you people were here. I came here for my music only. I didn't know this was there. I was on Facebook, except that I know what Facebook is, and I won't partake. So I eventually maybe I'll have to if things don't go good. But right now, as it stands, I'm not going to be on PayPal. I mean, I'm sorry, excuse me, Facebook. Um, and not to down anybody. It's awesome for a lot of people. That is good. I just I am trying to do it without it because I just there's more to it than what face value. So, but never say never. I learned that. Below zero, where are you at, girl? That's probably a longer explanation than you were looking for. Silver topaz. Yeah, right. Thank you for asking. I'm an open book, dude. I'm an open book, bro. Um, 20 plus years. I was a carpenter, young, um, and small business owner. I've I've owned my own construction company, um, off and on with the economy. I've been through two downturns. God, had it all, lost it all, had it all, lost it all, three times. I'm 43 now, and I've broken my back twice. I've had more knee surgeries. I got no meniscus. My hands are full of arthritis. My whole body's just ridden with pain. And my kids are big, so I made it. So that's it. I luckily, by the grace of whatever gods, stumbled onto this coin thing, and I wish I would been a kid when I found it. Like some people, I wish I would have found it at 10 years ago when I was printing money. I worked my ass off. I made a lot of money, but hit and miss. Some years good, some years bad. But I had a good stretch. So yeah, but I think it's cool because it's a blessing. I enjoy this, and I'm trying to make a living at it. How many people can say they like what they do for a living, right? It's like it really is. You can't get no better. So it was hard work on eBay. I'm not gonna lie. You have to learn it, and you have to earn it. There's a lot of competition, and your reputation's everything. So this man, he must have just stumbled onto me. I remember the coin too. It was the most expensive coin I had ever had to date, even now to date. And he knew what he saw. He read my stuff, and I was probably too open. I'll find you too on eBay. Yeah, it should be on there. I can't even buy on there no more because I didn't pay my last fees. But I'm still kind of waiting. I'm in that gray area where I'll never say never because eBay is truly it's number two. It's not number one. It's number two. The biggest avenue, biggest place for coin in the world. There are more coin bought sold every day on a year, fiscal year on eBay than anywhere except for one. And I think it's Heritage Auction. Really? I wonder if it's not letting people see my stuff now. I check on it occasionally. Yeah, it could be Ricardo. Hey, if you guys haven't experienced something bad like that, do not be discouraged by my bad beat story because it's not like that for most people. These guys, I was learning and I'm kind of arrogant. I thought I knew more than I did. I left myself open to it. Read the small print, the suggestions from eBay, follow all that stuff, play ball because really eBay puts you in front of how many people they want you to see. You think that when people Google Mercury Diamond, you got Mercury Diamond? No, don't work like that. People think it does because they represent it like that. It doesn't. You have to get X amount of number. You have to sustain percentages. I found this out the hard way, but I was doing it, and there's a lot of stuff you have to do. You have to appease these people, which is fine. It's their game. This is a free country. I'm all for it. So all it is it just goes down to ethics, which have always served me well. The harder you work, the better outcome, and it's true on eBay. eBay's solid. I talk bad sometimes, but I really can't. You know why? Because there's a lot of good people. They're making a living. People that hurt themselves at work like I did. Thank God for eBay for that whole year. I'm never looking a gift horse in the mouth. I'm appreciative of anything I get that is a plus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, test strips are like big. I'm diabetic, dude. Test strips are like big money. I'm trying to figure out how to get the gold out of them right now. But yeah. Oh, I sold coin, predominantly coin, right? Silver, etc. But I did antiques because I grew up. My older brother used to do it. Like I'm pretty privy. You know, I got good taste. So like I've sold alcohol, collectible alcohol decanters. I got at auction. Um, Brand new, labeled with a label, John Deere blankets and John Deere's. I don't care what it is. It can be John Deere, like throw up. People go ballistic for it. John Deere is very popular. Like metal tints, I just go to local places. You know, I catch deals or like like going out of style sale, whatever. I even bought like girls like jewelry for little girls. You know, stuff that I remember my daughter liking. Hannah Montana stuff like it. Anything that's a deal, I would buy in bulk, and it's a gamble. But I sold a lot of different big range of stuff, but predominantly coin. If you were allowed to see my stuff, I'd say like 80% coin, 20% of the occasional something. And I liked it. It's a really good gig if you can get good at it and be. You got to be disciplined. It's very hard. All businesses. You got to fight your own feelings of well, I like it. Yeah, that don't mean jack. And eBay's good like that. They got dynamics and algorithms that they keep track of everything like the analytics on here. They have analytics for eBay. Everything you need to know is right there in front of you. You just have to know how to decipher it. So, and I'm not going to say it was easy. It took me quite a while to digest all the stuff they offer you for free. But you're a fool not to use it because once I started to understand little by little, it got a little better, and that stuff works. Your demographics, your etc. You just you just you get out of it what you put into it. It's the same thing on here, man. You get these anomalies. These people are just super popular for like no reason. Don't judge anything by it. Don't make a scale by that. Those are anomalies. They're one out of millions. You know what I'm saying? If you start judging yourself by the anomaly, you're destined for doom. You are not. You'll fall short every time. If you aren't an anomaly, then you're right there in the competition with everybody else. Yeah, antiques and junk. Love junk. Who don't love junk? Ricardo loves junk. Wyoming. Okay. I wasn't looking at the stream for a second. It's cold, huh? Wyoming. I know it gets cold. She's laughing. Yep. So that's in a nutshell. It was a big nutshell. Topaz. That's been my life for a few years. It was hard 2 years ago at the beginning. It started to get a little easier. I started to refine. The shipping. You gotta learn shipping. If you don't spend some time on like a nice amount of time in your day to learn shipping, because I can't tell you how many times I paid to send stuff to people because I didn't. I assumed. You know, do not do that. Do not do that. Do your homework. You get out of stuff what you put into it. Period. And there's gonna be a lot of times where you put a lot into it and you don't get anything. Don't give up. It's right around the corner. You know, just know that it's coming. Right prevails. You know, and if it doesn't, and you think wow, it's been a long time, it just never let them see you sweat. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Fight the good fight, because the alternative is you're doing nothing. You're contributing nothing. You're lumped into a pile of demographic that nobody cares about. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep trying because it gets rewarded. whatever powers to be, the gods will make amends eventually. You know, that's I'm still holding on. Yeah, I'm still holding on. I subbed everyone here. Careful, because Shelly says that shit all the time. I think she'd be bullshitting. I'm just joking. Shelly's like the biggest sweetheart. Both of these beautiful women there in here. I couldn't ask for a nicer two. And Daycon. He's not a woman. Daycon. Daycon looks rough and tough, but he's like me. That heart. He's a big old softy, and a really nice guy. I never been to Wyoming. I never been to Denver either. Small CI. Yeah, about 4 years back, an old timer I used to drink with at a bar. Great dude. His name was Red. He I wasn't working, you know, I was working for myself, so there was downtime, didn't have a gig. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Montana. I need you to give me a bid for this, that, and the other. I go, yeah, well, I'm not driving to Montana to give you a bid. So we just called it, you know, on the blind. Give him a blind bid. I need a carport. I need a roof put on two of my houses. Turned out he owned like where he grew up, a whole slew of houses. So I spent a week out there, fixed everything, built all the carports on his homes, and put new roofs on all of them, all by myself. And he was like 72. That guy, old timer, worked his ass off. He got up on the roof and helped me on the first one. Anyhow, it's cool because from California there, you drive through 5 states. So I got to go through 5 states I've never been through. So it was pretty cool. And they call it Big Sky Country in Montana. Dude, it is real. It, you look up and the sky looks like it's closer to the ground. It's in a different toposphere. Where are the different you get toposphere, etc. Yeah, it's been a while. Anyhow, it looks really close and it's really, really like awe inspiring. You know what I'm saying? I feel blessed that I made that. You know, bumped into Red and did that trip. I really do, because I would have never. Colorado. I know that the cannabis cup in Denver is hella everything with the everything with the smoke. I don't smoke, dude. My cousin won the Emerald Cup in where they have the Emerald Cup. It's pretty famous in I think it's in Montesino County in California, which is like world famous for weed. And that's what put him on the map. And since then, it's been all he worked as a grocer for 30 years, dude, 6 days a week. Green thumb, straight green thumb. But he always did that stuff. And he's like the most happy go lucky guy you ever met. I love my cousin Giant Bird. So now he's been on magazine covers and he done real well for himself. Because it was a hard decision to give up the square life because it's never a promise and to go for his dream, you know. But he did it. Yeah, Montana's pretty big. It's not as big as Alaska or Texas or California, but I think it's I think it's in there at 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken. All right, check. You want to hear some? You want to hear the icing on the cake, right? For no lack of trying, because I worked my ass off, dude. The whole eBay thing like put me in depression, and then it was like, okay, I got over it. You know, pick yourself up by your bootstrap type of shit. So I go out and I start just looking for avenues to sell coin because I didn't know about YouTube. I didn't know about like a bunch of places. So I'm trying hard, man. You know, my wife, she's looking and she's like, you got to make some money. I'm trying. I'm trying my damnedest not to have to go back and break my back again because I don't have it in me. So Facebook, I started a yellow penny, lemon head penny Facebook, the whole line. Well, I had a Facebook for a lot of years, you know, from whatever cell phone I started on, and they won't let you get rid of the app, even though I tried 100 cell phones later. There's a rule, dude. You can't have two Facebooks. So after being on Facebook for like 3 weeks, and I joined every group, and I made friends with like some big people in coin because I was up late night with them all the time. And these are guys like the Ryan Konica. I didn't know at the time, and I befriended them just out of like dumb luck. Like a week later, I get an email from Facebook going, you broke a rule, but it didn't say what rule, and it gave me no access to both accounts. The one I never used, the other one I was just doing what everybody does. You start a brand coin, you jump on Facebook. They yacked my Facebook, dude, and then I finally read it. Sent me another one when I asked, and it was because you can't have two Facebooks on the same email or something. But nothing was done bad. Like I wasn't doing nothing. I was just doing what I was copying what I see. So I felt like with eBay, I felt wrong, man. You know what? I don't give a shit. I die tomorrow. I die in 1,000 years. Some things are unexcusable, and by on principle alone, I will stand till my dying day. So I will not be on Facebook. You will not see me on Facebook. You will not see me on eBay. And if I get kicked off of YouTube for something that I wasn't warned about or told in the fine print when I set this up, so be it. It's just more of the same. Pretty much been that way all my life. But in the meantime, all I can promise is that I will work my ass. I'm only good at two things: working or getting in trouble, and I've been working my ass off for 25 years. So, oh damn it! Well, my makeshift holder. Golly, it just gave. What do you? What? Is there nothing good anymore? These two, you mean to tell me these two rubber bands that I had holding this, they're still intact? They're still intact. Look at these rubber bands. Where are we at? This some good looking rubber band. They were holding the thing the whole time. I don't know how that happened. That's horrible. I spent all my money on donating to Peavy trying to get that seated quarter, man. God, that wasn't the smartest thing. I should have just stayed with the original donation. And poor Shay, I talked him into going halves with me. But he's got more money than I do, so he's all right. But still, yeah, it was one of the smartest thing. But I like gambling. You gotta spice it up every once in a while. So here's my stuff. Here's the stuff. Let's see here. I'm going over today and folks make the copy of it. What coins to call them? Yeah, answer the lady. Look at those nickels. My God, those are good looking nickels. I somehow thought the giveaway was for just those of us who contributed. You know what? That's the rule change. It's not in effect, but PV, he says it. Damn it. Ooh. Sorry. He addresses it like every show since it's like he found where the new stuff was coming, the new rules. Dang it, man. I'm not doing too good today. And he's just being overprotective of his stuff. He makes his whole living doing what he does. And that's why I totally understand, because I am too, and I'm not even making a living. So I can imagine like this being scared, like the gun shy. He should be. He really should be, because I already experienced what he's worried about on eBay. It happened to me. You never think it'll happen to you. I did everything to protect myself, this, that, and the other. I put good stuff out, good product out. I was fair, more than fair with everybody. I never, and I ate crow a lot of times. It wasn't the first time somebody tried, but I got around it and, protected myself. This time I met my match. This guy was a more seasoned hustler than I could deal with. He knew the rules, the loopholes, the etc. So, but the whole hustle was based on him getting me to give. And that's where he messed up. But that's where the real world comes into play. There is no fair. I took every auction down because I didn't want somebody to accidentally pay, because I had 3 people pay on the 3 auctions that had ended that hour when this dude pulled this crap. And I went to go send them refunds, and eBay took every dollar I had on my PayPal account, which is basically my checking account. They emptied my account. I didn't have money to ship. I didn't have money to give these people their refunds back. All I could do was send them emails, apologizing up and down, and telling them, the second I get some money to ship, I'll just ship you free coins, because that's no problem. I'd rather do that than not. And they were awesome. All the people that bought from me, I attracted a really good crowd. It was just starting to get easy because it was hard for a year. So that's why Ken's doing the things he's doing. He's old blood. This guy been around the block. I wouldn't doubt some shit like that happened to him before somewhere, because he's been doing this for a long time. So I shot him donations this week that I really didn't have to give, but because I felt bad because I didn't give like the first couple shows, shit, a month worth, because I didn't have any way to take payment. That's why I didn't have an auction. So finally, my daughter did the PayPal for me, and that's the only way I'm on here. And it sucks, man, because Ken PV always goes, "Oh, Alyssa, that's my daughter's name," but it says Lemonhead Penny also. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or if it doesn't show him. So it's like, "Oh, Alyssa's dad." I'm like, really, the 18th time, and you don't know it's Lemonhead Penny? Because I always send a note with it. He's just cracking me up. Yeah, you know what? The rules are, God, how do I answer that without getting YouTube? YouTube's listening to everything. Um, you got stuff that at first glance, if it coincidentally isn't in your best interest, you can't judge things. You can't be too drastic. You can't be too quick to judge. You got to remember the greater good. You always have to, because sometimes down the road it might be good for everybody. And I think Peavy found that out because he seemed to be pretty relaxed like the last 2 shows. When the third show back, he was a nervous wreck. And then when he was a nervous wreck, it made me a nervous wreck. Then I went and made a stream that I probably should have waited, but it was no harm, no foul. But I meant every word I said, but it was waste. It was for nothing because A, I knew PV wouldn't accept help from LA. B, I didn't really know all the particulars, so I probably was like way off on some stuff. The needs of the many outweigh the. That's the way it's supposed to be, Shelly. And sometimes that means like really bad stuff, and sometimes it's the cost for everybody, the collective. It's nothing. It's nothing. You know, People who worry about keeping up with the Joneses, they worry about their neighbor on the block over who they'll never meet. They worry about that person's opinion. You can only do what you can do. So anytime you're going to be vocal or public, I suggest you know what you're talking about, because there's people that live on disproving people and making people look bad. They're out there, and that by itself is horrible. You always got to be on the defense. Plan for the worst, and when it don't happen, it's all gravy. I've been doing that since I was a kid, because it was always worst. But when it's not, God, when it's good, man, it's good. It really is. Ricardo is from Star Trek, one of my favorite quotes. Ricardo? You're not talking about Lucy. I'm so confused. You make me so confused. Star Trek, man. It's been a lot of years. I used to watch Star Trek late at night. Like, I was a bouncer in a nightclub. Like, one of my first apartments as a kid, leaving the pad. And when I got home early in the morning, that was the only thing that was on. I used to watch Star Trek, like, for like a couple of years religiously, until they figured out that I lied on my application. I wasn't 21. I was supposed to be in a nightclub bar. I was always big. But they had no problem paying me to do stuff for a couple of years. It was a good job. A lot of women. Good looking women. God. Oh. Sow your oats when you're young. I sowed them in a friggin' sailor's knot. What's going on, East Dad? You're at work? Right on. Don't get in trouble. Long night. I hear you, man. I hear you. I heard a couple people today talking about how they were happy because slow wherever they were working, not having nothing to do. That must be nice to be able to sneak off and do some stuff or while you're working. Nothing wrong with that, man. If you can pull it off, pull it off. Yeah, I wouldn't cheat either. There's no fun in that. No challenge. No challenge at all. Break time. Nice. 15 minute. 15-minute break. In California here, if you're union and like trades, you get two 15 minutes. Like 8 o'clock start time, you get 10 o'clock in the morning. A couple hours later, you get a 15 minute. You get your lunch. 20 in Jersey. Nice. Jersey. Right on. I got this, do that. I hang out with sometimes, no matter what you say. Try to disprove it. The last time I did it, I just reached back and popped him in the mouth and said, disprove that. Yeah, it's hard, man. I got into it with a buddy the other day that I've known my whole life, but I know what it is. He doesn't have the same gene. Like everything's genes, dude. They spent $1 billion and took 10 years to map the whole human genome. Everything's explainable. You can't blink unless you have the gene to blink. My wife cannot blink because she doesn't have the gene to blink. You know, so like before knowing all that, God, imagine how many millions of people have been horrible to each other because they just didn't know that the person couldn't do it, doesn't see it that way. They're not capable of it. So you gotta reset your, you gotta regroup from whoop whoop and change your game. You know what I'm saying? I did. I I'm a better person now than I was most of my life. I wasn't a bad guy. I was always a good person, but there's probably some guys that worked for me or some guys I hired that or didn't treat it unfair because I didn't know. I didn't understand it. Not everybody's capable of the same stuff, bro. Yeah, that Jokerfish cat's a little. If you're talking about him, that's sad. You gotta apologize to that guy. You gotta take that guy out and get him a hooker or something. You know what I'm saying? That dude is funny though. He's genuine funny, Dick Hone. He says it's the first thing that pops in his head every time, and some of the stuff he says, I think I peed my pants. I'm not gonna lie. That dude is funny. I think everybody's got buddies like that. You know, you get these ties. You grow up with these guys. You're stuck with them. No, you're not. There's an old saying to cut the bad fruit off the tree. Do it as soon as you can. That's all I can say. The sooner you do it, the faster you get to better. I had a handful of guys that were just, and again, not their fault wholly, but you can't make decisions on that kind of data because it's no good. It's corrupted. You got to do you, and if you're really really serious about it, then you got to do it. You got to do the hard work. Shit don't come free. You're gonna write a movie. You know what? You're gonna be a gazillionaire because you two in a movie. I'm telling you. What's that one? The weed smoker guys that they end up like getting abducted, but they made like a whole series, like three or four of them. I don't watch TVs or movies or listen to radio or I don't do anything anymore by choice. Um, but I remember that being pretty funny. I could see you guys doing a better one than that. Shit, you just hire a guy to write down the live feed, bro. The end of all cigarettes as you know it. Me and him are gonna write a movie called. You know it. Yeah, well, them. Don't be messing with my smokes, man. I ain't coming to watch it. I'm more compassionate now that I'm old. Yeah, you know what? It comes with age. You know, it really does. Stilnographer. It's like a key grip or something. Some movie stuff. I worked in some movie studios. There was a TV show called My Name Is Earl. I built all their stuff. And the producer that invented that TV show screwed me over. The asshole owes me a 30 pack. Graded his. They had two different locations, one on site and one off site. And I graded his parking lot on my lunch hour because I had the equipment out there while I was building all this shit. And I told him, "Hey, how about like a extra spot or something?" And he had me going, hook, line, and sinker. He's like, "Shoot, you fit right in Earl's world." That son of a bitch never even came after that day to give me the beer we agreed on. I was like, "Yeah, give me 30 pack, some beer. And I'll do you $5 grand worth of work in an hour." Yep. Rich people are not rich because they give it away. Rule one. Note to self. Burn it in your DNA. Frugal. Frugal is, if you don't know what that means, look it up. Best tips I ever got were from people that didn't have much. But rich people, I call it soda tip. You get lots of, you boys want a soda? You get lots of them. So I just bid it. I just put it in a contract. Get my soda up front. Yeah, East Dad, you said it, brother. There it is in a nutshell. Cheap. Cheap. It sounds like a dirty word, don't it? That's the way it's like the powers that be made it that way. But that shit works. I work for friggin' CEOs, movie stars. Like, I love my rich people. Don't get me wrong. You have to excuse the. There's only a little bit left, so I'm having a really bad night with my ailments, and I do not suggest this, but it was really out of the blue, short notice, and everything's closed. I don't take pills. Um, it works for me, so yeah, a little fermented beverage. That's a good way to say it. I like that. I'm gonna. Can I use that? Steal it from you, Shelly? I'll send you $1 every time I use it. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, I'm old. Don't get old, people. Yeah, no, the offering of a soda was never not taken. She, I was born at night, but not last night. Um, and because I knew what it was, did this a long time, did it my whole life. They really think that for them to do that, it's the equivalent of the person that tipped you 100, or the guy that tipped you 10, or the guy that put an extra 1,000 after the contract, and he didn't have to. They're all equal. It's that person recognizing your effort and feeling obligated to let you know we appreciate your good job. So the form it comes in, everybody's different, but it means no less. I learned that soda tip or that Gatorade bottle, if it was $3 or $1,000, they're equal across the board. Because for people to do those things, they have to act on their thoughts. They have to do them. They're the same. It takes the same effort for the different people. What they deliver is irrelevant, really. But it's just my circumstance on that side of the field. Yeah, keep the soda. I'd rather take $3. But you don't. But you don't. You don't say that because that's rude. It's no manners. I was raised with manners. I'm gonna go now. It was a pleasure to be here. Hey, East Dad. You probably saw no coins being touched. I apologize. This is kind of a late night stream. I was doing coin stuff, and thank you for coming, man. I super appreciate it. Do me a favor, and if you can, kick a dog, click a bell, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And you know what? I know I have you, and I think it's like recent. I think I've subbed you like this, like last couple weeks or something. Yeah, I'm subscribed to you. Cool. Right on. Yeah, thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. Ricardo, you out of here? Cool. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming, brother. All right on. Thank you, East. Cool. You subbed. All right. You don't want me to be thirsty. I'm good. This last little bit right here, it's probably gonna it's been getting it done. So it just it kind of dulls everything. God, I drank for 20 plus years. I was a regular in a bar when I was 16 years old because I just passed for old. I'm not joking. I'm kind of a big guy. Um, I left my house when I was 16. Went to work because my mom worked 3 jobs. Yeah, I couldn't stand it no more, so she had to quit one of them when I left the house. Um, but it was the dumbest thing I ever did because school would have done me better. Anyhow, um, it just was it was religion, food and drink, and if you're blue collar, middle class, and construction or whatever it be, it was part of the course. It was it was normal. Anything outside of that, and you were looked at like you're a weirdo or something. Oh, God, you hear about so and so's kid? He's going for computer engineering. What a dummy! I was just dumb luck. That was my era. You know, those kids. I made more money than all of them and went to college, but they caught up, passed me up, and they will continue to. These people are living great lives. Education's everything. No education, you're gonna struggle. I don't give a shit. Education's everything. So I got 2 smart kids. I hope they make their way in this world. God knows I try to give them everything I know, which ain't much. The band, they are coming home. Oh, you talking about the Misfits? Are they Jersey too? Because I was gonna say what's his name, the one that all the women love from the Western movies. And God, I'm bad with titles and names, dude. I could see him too. Old boy that was on the Sopranos. Uh, he's the guitarist on that band. Oh, you know who I'm talking about, Dacon. Thank you, Bon Jovi. Dude, biggest glitch in my head. Almost got dropped on just the wrong spot. I've known cats for 30 years. I don't know their name. Every time you see them, it's like, how you doing? Hey, you. It's just, what's up? It, I got a whole, tons of them. E Street Band, that's, no, that's, whatchamacallit? Yeah, E Street Band ain't Bon Jovi. I know music. I'm a connoisseur of music. I just can't tell you the names right off the get go. But if you like said like hum 2 words to every song, I'll finish them. Yeah, the boss. My wife won a contest on the radio, big radio station here in LA. She won tickets to see Bruce Springsteen in Europe, in Austria. It was like a $5,000 package, bro. A week, you got a week long stay in like the middle of Europe, then the concert tickets, and to meet him backstage. So at the time, we're young, we just got married, our kids are little, really didn't have no money. You know what I'm saying? So I knew what was coming. So I told her, I go, babe, I go, we're gonna go to the concert, have a great time. It's gonna be awesome to meet him. Then we're gonna be stuck there for 4 days with $0 in the middle of awesome Europe, not being able to do anything awesome Europe has to offer. We're gonna be living in the hotel room, miserable for 5 days, because we didn't have a dollar to our name. Like some of those packages come with money. This one didn't because it was pretty expensive. So she sold it, I should say, to friends of my mom's, older couple that were like retired. They were hit fans of his, which was awesome. And I think they gave my old lady like like $2 grand cash, you know, and you're not supposed to be able to do that. And we explained it to the people at the radio station, and they were cool with it, dude. That was like one of the best days. She's won all kinds of stuff on the radio. She works in the office, so you know she can dial the radio. She listen to the radio on at her cubicle. I don't think Danzig will be there. They're not too friendly right now. I couldn't tell you. I'm not. I know the songs, but I don't know the current stuff. Court battles really. God, you know, money runs everything. It really does. It really does. Did I show you guys these quarters? Maybe not. Let's see. What happened? Well, who bet? What happened? Hold on. If you can hear me, hold on. It froze up. God darn it. Hello. Oh. Stupid tablet. Come on. Any band that ever existed, who would you see? God, really? That's one of those questions. Nobody's gonna stick with their first answer. And if you say you are, you're lying, because you can't possibly think of all of them. God, any band. I would pick a band that's dead. Yes, good answer. Dacone, top for me, top 5. Just because he's not around, right? Nirvana really was one of those bands. God, ever existed, ever. That's hard. That's really hard. Yeah, Beatles. But it just instantly thought of Beatles, but then I thought it would be a waste maybe to pick Beatles just because of the sheer abundance of Beatles. You know, like they got the $1 billion show in Vegas. Uh, so the Beatles. I can get my fill of Beatles anytime I want, but it doesn't make there is no right or wrong answer, of course. Queen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big Queen fan, bro. Doors would probably be awesome, but still, the Doors aren't. They're not pulling the strings for me. Annie Lennox, nice. Freddie Mercury, best male vocalist ever. That's debatable. Very debatable. Plus, he's not black. I'd like to see Elvis live. I never got to see Elvis. I would like to know why. Um, I'd like to see what everybody else saw, because you can hate on Elvis all you want. People either love him or hate him. Most of the planet for 60 something albums for decades, from the day he was born till the day he died, they adored him. There's got to be something there. Elvis was the man, and all he was doing was copying what he saw in those old kick shit kicker, you know, on the weekends. He was just copying what he saw. Thank God he did it when he did it, because who knows how long we would have got rhythm and blues and Motown. And my mom got to see little Stevie Wonder when he was little Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross. You know, that in my house it was country and Motown, because my dad was a real cowboy, real rodeo, and my mom was a Catholic girl from North Long Beach. So she went to Catholic school, and at that time, I mean, my mom's old. There was a brother and sister. They were the only two black kids at St. Anthony's in Long Beach. It was a private school, Catholic school. Their parents owned like the baddest, to this day known, fucking nightclub. And my mom had been best friends with the little girl. And so when she'd spend the night, they would sneak into the nightclub, my mom said, through the back door. They were like always, my mom always wanted to be over like where her dad worked. Well, he owned it. And so she got to see all the Motown people live, bro. How cool is that, right? Who said Justin Bieber? Because I'm gonna have to ban you. Ricardo, really? You're joking. Tell me you're joking. I can't hate on Bieb. I want to so bad, but it just numbers talking, money talks, and bullshit walks. The world speaketh, and they liketh the Bieber. It's a little outside of me. I can't. Cream would be good. Heck yeah. Zeppelin, AC/DC. I never saw AC/DC. My favorite rock band, the best rock band ever born on Earth, Van Halen. You know what I'm saying? Like Van Halen, not with Sammy Hagar, ever, with David Lee Roth. You can't pick a better entertainer than David Lee Roth. That dude wasn't faking it either. He lived that shit. David Lee Roth was a Hoffer teacher, like that early '80s stuff, MTV. That was boy, that was me. Partridge Family was big stuff. That's for sure. What was the one that was? He's still popular. Like they do documentaries about him all the time. There's been all kinds of people. Every decade had their handful. You know. You seen you shut up, Shelly. You saw AC/DC? Where? Who was the lead singer at the time? Because I have too many. Who asked this stupid question? I got to put Leonard Skinner in there. I never saw Leonard Skinner pre-accident or post-accident. That matters. You know. Oh my God, there's like so many. But honestly, if I had to just pick one with a gun to my head, real quick, I'd probably say the OJ's. Yeah, I like to just sit down, relax, have a cocktail, and watch the OJ's. That would do me good. Good medicine. And then of course Marvin Gaye. I'd have to see Marvin Gaye. I love the Foo Fighters, bro. Dude's a genius. But really they all fall short. I think Jesus Christ wrote all Marvin Gaye's songs, and yeah, you know, your dad shooting you in the head while you're asleep in your 30s. We just who knows what else Marvin Gaye would have made because nothing he touched wasn't fuck the oh yeah, the Reverend Al Green, get out of here. So I mean, God, how do you pick one? You can't. You know what? The Cars. People who are Tom Petty fans are like they're fanatical. I'm not, I like all Tom Petty stuff, but I can't do. That's the Cars, right? Tom Petty, the Cars. I'm trying. Am I getting that wrong? But I can't put Petty. I can't put Petty in my like. If you could see one, I can't. Because if I had to pick somebody who might not have had the best voice, but never sang a bad song and had more than anyone ever, like charts and etc., I'm picking Willie Nelson. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go Willie Nelson. Bob Marley. God, Bob Marley. Not hearing it, I don't remember it. Seeing Bob Marley, I put Bob Marley in my top five. Bob Marley takes me to a good place, and I don't even smoke pot. I was the Bob Marley in my neighborhood growing up. I was the fighter for making righting all the wrongs. I can't play guitar, write the song or sing or different topic, you know. Yeah, Bob Marley. That's some righteous stuff. And it's funny because I think it would be a better question if it was your top. Who would you like to see in every genre? Trying to pick one with all the music and styles of music, I think it's a trumped question. I don't think it's possible. I think if everybody had half an hour, oh, Ricardo, winner, ding, 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 ding. Um, if everybody had like 20 minutes to themselves to pick in the like top 10 genres of what you listen to, I think you get there, or you could write something down. But to pick one out of every like type of music, because I listen to everything. I mean everything. There's nights I sit here and cornroll, and I'm listening to classical only. There's other nights the mood I'm in, I need rhythm and blues. then I need to hear brass. You know, like I played. My family's pretty musically inclined. I used to sing. I used to do all that stuff pretty well. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever done anything not well. Jack of all trades. I ain't never mastered one though. It served me well, but God, I wish I was just good at one thing wholly. Pick a genre. Okay, there you go. That's fair. How about bluegrass? You trying to stick Shelly on. Contemporary folk music. Poor Shelly. Because if it comes to folk music, like, come on, man. There's one album that's Jesus wrote his songs. I think him and Marvin Gaye are related. I like Alison Krauss. Little Smokies. I'm getting my vote. I'm gonna have to throw my guy in the ring. I'm gonna have to throw James Taylor in there. Grew up on James Taylor. I like John Purdy. I like a lot of the new guys too. I listen to a lot of that stuff. I grew up with it. Like my mom used to throw parties. We were always poor, but my mom had like dope friends. Like I grew up with Sublime and all those guys, right? Uh, Short Bus. That's Ras. Ras English, Carmen English, his brother. Their parents were my mom's age. They were best friends. His mom, Dora Gale, who passed away, rest in peace. Their grandparents were one of the first families in North Long Beach. My grandparents were the first house on the in the track. They hung out together. It's like really a tight community, North Long Beach. And the stuff that came out of it, like Snoop went to the high school I went to. He didn't go to Poly all the time. He went to Jordan half the time. I grew up with Dr. Dre's sister. Um, Talk about music. Music was everything in our neighborhood because it was poor people. You know, it wasn't at first, but it ended up that way. Sturgill Simpson. I gotta say, Sturgill Simpson doesn't ring a bell, but I listen to a lot of stuff, and I don't ever stop sometimes with the names. Willie Nelson. Yeah, of course, Willie Nelson. Kid Lucas told me straight up, I smoke more than his dad, and Neil Young was the best comment anybody has ever said to me. Neil Young or Stills and Crosby Cash or those guys put out a lot of good stuff. I just Neil Young just like really the world's evolved. He just got stuck in like that decade. Tupac, Biggie, girl, I grew up on gangster rap. There's not a person on this planet on this website that can quote more rap. That I'm an aficionado, fine connoisseur. Isn't that weird? Talk about all these genres, all this stuff. That I was there for the beginning of it. I like grew up with people that are the industry. It just dumb luck, dumb luck. Didn't get me nothing. I remember I remember when NWA started making money. Oh, Prince is a genius. He's not even in the same topic. Prince played like 15 instruments. Prince's set musicians, his band, Prince's band, is arguably, and I agree, the best band in the world ever. Because at each instrument, they are like considered the baddest at that instrument ever. You have to say Prince was the real McCoy. Real McCoy. Dude, that vault that they spoke about when he died that's in his home, it's like the size of like a small house. Prince supposedly Prince has so many masters, like done, completed uh albums, okay? We call albums, CDs, whatever you want to call it, songs, like thousands and thousands. Supposedly Tupac and Biggie did too. That's what they had fought in court. Afeni, she eventually got him, but Suge Knight had owned the masters. It was part of like bailing him out deal. So all these like little compilation albums get put out slowly. They will be making millions off of both those dead guys till the cows come home. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel bad for them. You know who I really feel bad for? I feel bad for the Three Stooges because they got the shaft. Those guys never made a solid nickel of their money. One of them died being the maintenance man on Paramount Studios lot because he was a freaking janitor for the rest of his life. Who don't? You got to be a communist not to like the Three Stooges. Yeah, for like 50 years. Yeah, no doubt, dude. Like number one, like top Billboard, top 10. You know what I'm saying? No doubt, no doubt. It's crazy. Your brother married your cousin. Great wedding. Hell yeah, keep that shit in the family. You know how to circumcise a hillbilly? Punch his sister in the mouth. That's horrible. It's horrible. I didn't start it. You know, Rolling Stones. Oh, magazine. Okay, six. I should finish reading. Kurt Cobain on the cover. Dead for 25 years. Dude, they started. They invented. Try to go invent a new sound, right? How hard is it to invent a new sound and whole genre, and it take and stay and never? You know, today it's never going away. And at the same time, with competition that wasn't really competition, you had Teen Spirit and you had gangster rap and rap. You know, rap hadn't taken a hold the whole nation yet because really country music was the number one seller every year, outselling every genre since music has been around. And finally, when the Chronic came out, it was the first time any genre outsold country, and it never really went back. Rap music has sold more records than any genre of music every year running, but they do not have more number one hits because there's only one man on the whole earth that owns that record. He's even better than Mariah Carey because Mariah Carey was getting close to him. It has more number two that no one will ever touch. Let's see if anybody knows country music. Who could I possibly be talking about? And I had no his and he hasn't been mentioned yet. Garth Brooks as a solo artist has sold more albums than anybody, including solo artists and bands. Garth Brooks is George Strait. You got it. George Strait has more number one hits than anybody. Garth Brooks has sold more records than anybody. And it was the Eagles for a long time, and Garth Brooks surpassed the Eagles. Goddamn. I had sent my mom and my daughter when she was little for her first concert, and they went to the Garth Brooks. I couldn't do it because I worked 7 days a week all of those years. And supposedly, like, he put on the biggest show, like, money wise. Like, my daughter said he came out of the floor and like playing a grand piano, like some like $1 million grand piano, and they dumped like 10,000 gallons of red paint on him on the piano while he's playing. This is the opening 5 minutes. So that just tells you how good the rest of the show was. Pretty awesome. I love Brooks and Dunn. I saw Kenny Chesney at the Home Depot Center here in California. We're not far from it. And Kenny Chesney, he had Dirks Bentley open up, and the girl that won the TV show, the really good looking tall blonde. God, what the hell was her? She married the hockey player. That ain't my truck. Yeah. Or it's 5 o'clock somewhere. That concert was that album. It's 5 o'clock. Son. Carrie Underwood, yeah, her and Dirk Bentley, and they both ended up being like powerhouses. You know, like but still pop country, not real country. My old man was a real redneck, red rodeo, the whole nine. You know, so the stuff we listened to, I like Tim McGraw, like a lot of Tim McGraw. Alan Jackson is holy. Alan Jackson's in a very select group of men. Alan Jackson's country. more so than Tim McGraw. Alan Jackson is God. There's probably 3 songs you played. Alan Jackson make me cry right now. Cowboy Troy, that's funny. I like Cowboy Troy. I banged all that stuff. Yeah, I love Alan Jackson. But I'm talking like Charlie Pride, David Allan Cole, you know, all the old guys. David Allan Cole's still doing it. John Conley. Who used to watch Hee Haw? I know everybody watched Hee Haw. Gone Country. Country. Dick Hunt's a fool. I believe you too. My mom loved Charlie Pride. She was my camera. This thing I see your guys' chat popping up. Are you guys seeing the camera change as I'm a picture from earlier? It's not doing nothing. Conway Twitty. Yeah. Yes, no, maybe so. What happened? You should my solo gig. It was free beer. So when dude, back then you wouldn't even invite me. I used to drink a 30 pack at lunch. I was 330 pounds in the best shape of my life for from like 19 from 20 to 38 years old. And I washed the 30 pack at night down with a bottle of Hornitos. Well, I went every year. I went through. I changed every year on purpose. I go through whiskey. I go through. I just never did vodka though. Well, supposedly I did. I don't remember it, but it was Stoli's. And then we went to Mexico and got like these really ornate Kahlua, like a special limited edition, like 55-gallon drums of Kahlua. But they were like a monkey, like the Kahlua monkey. Yeah, Jack Daniels is stable. Shit, I used to buy Jack Daniels 3 gallons at a time because I drank it straight up. It was I started getting too heavy because all the calories in beer, so I went straight to Jack straight only. I didn't drink beer for a year, except that started to hurt my insides. So I just mismatched it up. But I ended up the last 10 years every I went to the bar every day after work, closed it down, double fisting them, and it was either a Jack and Coke in a Budweiser bottle or a schooner, 32-ounce schooner. But it ended up the last couple of years, it was 7-7. My grandfather drank these 7-7s all his life, and it just has a really good smell. The smell like brings back good memories. My grandfather, and it's good as hell. That's what I'm drinking tonight. But about 2 years ago, I quit cold turkey. Just one day, just quit, and I probably drank 3 times. Had a beer with a friend because I wasn't a bad drunk. I was doing it for different reasons, but it wasn't the problem. But I figured I'd keep it, like money too. I used shit. My bar tab was $1,000 a week. Getting thirsty? My bad, Ricardo. I'm sorry, man. Hey, cheers. If you do end up, yeah, I've drank my share at the cottage. That's for sure. I've drank them in some dangerous places in Mexico too. And Dos Equis. Oh God, I could drink Dos Equis. That shit's like water. I think they recap them though. 2 hours made about $1.40. It was an awesome gig. Right on Iowa. I grew up in North Long Beach. When I was little, it was it was all white, right? And then North Long Beach is at the Long Beach is the biggest city next to L.A. It's really big. It's like everybody knows Long Beach, but where North Long Beach is going towards towards LA. So it's like all the suburbs in between LA, right, from the water. And so I really grew up in South Compton in North Long Beach and had family from both sides. So like every rap song you ever listen to, Compton, like all the different cities, they're all really small, but they're like on top of each other. I grew up right in the edge of that, and it was when my brother went to high school. He's what 7 years older than me. It was still new wave surfing. When I got to high school, I carried a pistol every day to school until I left school early because it just there was no paying attention to school. Matter of fact, my high school had it was pretty famous. We had a riot so big that the police couldn't break it up. They had to bring the army in, and they landed helicopters on Atlantic Avenue and Artesia, where the freeways are, and they had to bring the military in to break it up because these high schools are overpacked. We had 5,000 kids at the high school I went to, and it was front page news. Crazy shit. So I did everything I could to get my kids didn't have to go to the schools I went to. And then the funny thing is, I spent every day in that neighborhood after work, the week, like, because I was safer there than I was anywhere else. It's kind of like an oxymoron, but it's just this sick shit that the powers that be they encourage. Yeah, they call it ESP here, like English as a second language. I remember that class from grade school, because now it was all white and black for 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Now, Southern California is probably the prettiest part of Mexico I've ever seen. So much so that they segregate white people and black people in prison because the Hispanic population, out of the biggest incarceration in the world, we have more people incarcerated in California than every other state put together now, all 49. It's like 2 point something million, and it's 70% Latino, which is fine with me. I grew up with all these cats. Everybody got their shot to run everything. That's what it is. Everybody gets a turn, but people forget all of California and Texas, all that part down there, it was Mexico. I'm from SoCal originally. It's a police state. Oh, it still is, Ricardo. If you got out, homie, don't come back. Send me your address and I'll pack a bag and I'll pay rent. I'll fit in the closet. I promise. Trying to build a prison. I saw that. They put the list out. It's public information. Last time I went and even gave a shit about the list, there was 57 prisons in California, and they had 4 in construction. I don't even know what the hell it is now, because it's a business. In the oven, baking water. System of a Down, huh? Or like who was the Rally Around the Family with a pocket full of shells? Who sings that? System of a Down, dude, that was their style of stuff. Rally Around the Family with a pocket full of shells. They were the shit too, man. Those guys were around for Rage. Thank you, Rage Against the Machine. I like those guys. We listen to everything, man. I used to make CDs. Everybody loved my CDs. I always had like Method Man songs and then Rage Against the Machine songs on it. Um, because it was like rah rah, but it was always end up with Tupac hit 'em up. We used to listen to that one before we went out and did stupid shit when we were kids. Then it really quickly turned to I do oldies, I do oldies, and it stuck. And we got a swap meet out here, a couple of them, and you can still see Brentonwood at the La Mirage swap meet on a weekend for like $5 ticket. I saw the Isley Brothers at the Orange County Fair, bro, for $7. The Isley Brothers, that's religion. That's church. Nine Inch Nails. Yeah, you know what? There's probably more songs that I attribute to them, knowing it's them, because it was kind of like the time in my life where it was like really quickly, no modern music, no radio. You know, it was into like owning a business, hiring 100 men, fucking. I just listened to like stuff I made in my truck because I literally worked that many hours. I missed out on probably a lot of the good Nine Inch Nails, but I know. All Eyes on Me, hell yeah, Tupac. I was in chains. Got caught stealing once when I was 5. Hurt was the shit. That's my anthem. That's me. That's me right now as we speak. Huh. Johnny Cash. Another guy that couldn't sing for shit, but he's Johnny Cash. You crazy man in black? You crazy? Boy named Sue? I lived that. Falmo, man. Last time I saw my father, we were out in the middle of the woods in Alaska. We both had a pistol on us, and somebody was gonna die. And I left because of one of my digs. I ain't seen him since. That was probably like 5 years ago. But I didn't meet him until I was 16 anyways. Who gives a shit? Stupid redneck. Red Hot is dead. Right on. Yeah. Southern California, Red Hot Chili Peppers. You can't not be a fan. That's religion. I saw Cypress Hill on Halloween night with House of Pain, Funk Dubious, uh, the Hooligans, which was a really big band from New York on Halloween night, and it was we had a friend of mine had sold like traded a pound of weed for like tickets somebody wanted on the radio, so we got to go to the backstage, the before barbecue. Like, it was like probably one of the funnest nights I ever had. Matter of fact, on the way home, I drove. I fell asleep at a red light because I was locking my knees and my legs. I was so paranoid because I was tossed. I fell asleep at a red light for like 5 hours. I woke up. It was daytime. The light was green. Like, there's nobody around. I wonder how many cars came by and looked at like 7 of us in this car, my grandma's car, and thought, "Oh shit, I'm out of here." I could have like just let off the brake real easy. I would have ghost sprayed it right through Junior liquor store. My God, the stuff you get lucky. Rock chick, you rock chick, Shelly. All my cousins. I'm the baby in the family, so rock was like a staple in our house. So I know all the rock, but I was younger, so I was doing other stuff. But I was I was by myself a lot. You know, my mom worked 3 jobs. My brother's way older. Give a shit. The only thing I ever caught from him was a beating. So I spent a lot of time with my grandparents, and right now I don't think there's a bigger, more knowledgeable Frank Sinatra fan in the world than me. I spent most of my younger years growing up listening to that stuff, so I'm pretty well rounded. 38 Special. I ain't heard that in years. God, isn't there a Revolver too? Candlebox is all right. Oh, we're gonna have to give you a demotion for that one. Or am I thinking of Matchbox 20? Stone Sour. I never. I don't think I've heard of Stone Sour. That's not ringing a bell. Right on. Sweet. As in dad. What does that mean? Explain, Lucy. Explain. Oh yeah, Slipknot. Like that era right there. was really, my brother listened to all that stuff, and I was already doing bad stuff. I, there was a good 5 or 6 years where rock wasn't in the equation. It was all like oldies and like the guys I ended up at the young age running with. It was not even just different strokes for different folks. Because I remember Tesla. My brother was a big Tesla fan. Like LA bands, all the underground LA bands, because there was so much music here in LA. There always has been. But I remember Tesla being a big one. White Snake. I remember that era. Big hair bands. So I'll go to a concert. Hell yeah. That's not impossible, Shelly. It really isn't. Damn, Danique. What'd she say? Me and my brother dropped 7 hits of oh, Jesus Christ. A piece. Went and saw Rat. Oh, fuck. I remember Rat. No, you did not just say that in Sioux City, Iowa. That was the shit. Totally. Dang, that was one of them. That was one of them bands back then. I remember them. That's crazy. Scorpion. I remember Scorpion too. I remember all that stuff. But it was just outside my stuff. You know what I mean? Like at the same time, I think it was like Run DMC, and then in the morning I was watching Lawrence Welk do the polka with my grandma on reruns. Then I go to school and I come back and then we'd be like Frank Sinatra or Sammy Davis Jr. or the Rat Pack or my grandparents were like that '50s era, like textbook. And then I'd get home and it was it was either country or Motown. Because my mom was Motown, that was her era, and she was super partial because she got to see all them people like intimately. And then country, I fought country all my life. I grew up in the city, you know. Plus, I never met my father, so I couldn't stand country. I used to go pick fights with cowboys at a cowboy bar when I was like 16. And then, but it was inevitable. It was in my blood. You can't fight it. Yeah, because 7 would have killed you. You said it, girl. I hope you're not doing that shit no more. You gotta do that stuff when you're young. Yellow brick road. Fuck this. Well said. Well, touche, pussycat. Touche. Well said. Nobody answered me though. Is the camera moving? Do you see anything? Because I don't know how to put it back to camera, and I don't want to accidentally hit this one because then it's gonna come. Is that it? Shelly will see me, and then I'll have to kill some other women, witnesses, if she sees me first. Shelly, I was gonna just stream it from face. I swear to God, but I couldn't do it. They were spraying us with hoses. Sweet, good time. That one I talked about on Halloween, we were there like way too early, like first ones there, but it was because 2 of us only could go with the backstage passes, and there was like 9 of us. So we went because they told you to come that early. They had all the radio stations set up in the barbecue, and then we're sitting there and like a security, the golf car came like hauling ass, and there's some dude sitting on the back of it, and it was the dude lead singer for the Hooligans, which we had never heard of. So he starts rapping at us, and we just think it's like and this dude was drunk already, shitty, sideways, upside down. You know what I'm saying? Where you guys from? We're like Long Beach. He's like, oh, that's where Snoop's from. We're like, yeah, but we're not Snoop. Like, he's like, yeah, you guys want a shout out? We're like, yeah, give us a shout. And then we told him whatever we told him. And the guy kept his word, man, because we were already 3 sheets to the wind. I mean, like, I'm surprised I even caught it. We were pretty tossed. Everybody in that concert. And then I heard them start into their set, and I hear him saying like, yeah, well, I'll give shout this and that and like stuff I never heard of, probably like New York's bands, right? And then he said our stuff, and I couldn't believe it. And it's actually they recorded that concert. It's on B sides and flip sides on Cypress Hill, and you hear it. So it's pretty cool. We're on an album somewhere. It was nice. Layla Lady, thank you for popping in. Do me a favor, sweetheart, please. Kick the bell and the like or no like your honest opinion. I'm not asking you to like sway your thoughts because it tells me whether I'm doing it right or not. I ain't asking nobody to lie, you know. Everybody that's been here all night. You're not my friend if you lie to me. You ain't doing me no justice. Tell me the truth. I'm not doing it hard enough, right enough, or I take suggestions. You want to see a penny? I got some pennies. You want the camera to work? Stupid camera. I want the camera to work. Now, Lemon, now. Now what? No way he answered me still. Is the camera working? Oh, this is funny. I need to stop. What are you going to do? Boom, boom. Yeah, it's been frozen on the same 2 nickels, right? I'm holding the tablet for like an hour. It just froze up. I don't know what the heck is wrong. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? No. So cancel. Yes, do you want me to stop streaming? And then at the bottom, it's got like the bedazzled. You can pick bedazzled dance party drink. I'm just picking normal. We're not bedazzled. There's the 3 dots. Mute the microphone. No, of course not. Share. Like it's on the window of as if I was ending. I don't know why. Chat viewing options. Show none. That's irrelevant. I can cheat. I got you guys on the computer. And then the one that like you swipe it back and forth, except it's not doing it. We're gonna have to somehow trick him into jump in front of the camera. You know what? It's coming, girl. It's coming. I look like dog shit most of the time, to be honest. So you know how it is. We're no different than you guys. I don't want to like be seen the first time not looking my best. Because then after that, yeah, I gotta get all hussied up. My makeup on, my best dress. That's yeah, I hear you. I ain't hard to please, Shelly, either. I like real. That's what I like. Wear a bikini. You get more views. No shit. Ricardo's a smart son of a bitch. That's tempting, but I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, Ricardo. It's not really what I'm doing it for. Like, yeah, who don't want 1,000 viewers or whatever the hell everybody's chasing? You know what? I really don't pay attention to that stuff. It'll happen when it happens. All I can do is my best. Try hard. I mean, it'll come when the right amount of time is put into it. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to set my auctions up. I'm trying to be a help all the time. I'm trying to get into every stream and watch videos, and it really is tough. And I'm only at 200 people. You know what I'm saying? I have no aspirations of like 30,000 viewers and all that. How could any of that be genuine? I've already seen like 3 of my favorite channels that I started watching a long time ago change to where I don't even recognize them no more. I don't even watch them. Occasionally I'll pop in and hit the like, because I feel bad, but out of sight, out of mind. Right on. That's it. That's all I want. What Ricardo just said, and all of you have touched on tonight, at one point or another. Life's too short. That's good medicine right there. Good medicine. I dropped the quarter, but I can't get it. Yeah. Sitting in the stream watching some poor schmuck try to keep up and not keep up, and not read the chat because you couldn't possibly, I can't bear to watch watch it most of the time. I just feel horrible for these guys because it's like it's got to be an easier way or something. I don't know. You got to just upload videos. Like you want to live stream. I think this is where you weed them out. I think live streaming really is the testament. You know, you want to push into their envelope. You want to find out what these people are made of. Tell them demand they live stream for 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? 45 minutes, whatever. It's you can't edit live stream, or can you? Maybe you can. I don't know. I'm not really hip to all that. I wouldn't do it anyways. I've already I've already said some stupid stuff in streams where I was already calling it a rap. I'm like, yep, I couldn't keep my mouth shut because I'm a big dummy. But I think I've been lucky. Voice to text does not work for me. Escape from a robot routine. I gotta check that out. Is that a video? Did you put that? Is it up, or is it like something that we get to see? Because I'm down. I'll watch it. If I don't watch it today, don't get mad. Because I'm dog shit tired. Point the camera at your face and hit the refresh. Mama, I've been hitting the refresh, girl. It ain't working. I wonder if I leave this, excuse me, if I leave it and just set it down, right? And I plug the camera in and start my OBS again, will it put the both feeds up at the same time, or oh, you know what? I'll bet you it's the battery. 42%. You know what? Let me plug it in the charger. Damn it. That hurt. Oh God, that hurt. I forgot. Because I'm a little feeling better than I was earlier. A little sauce in your life won't kill you. Don't make you a bad guy. Alright. Charging. YouTube. iPad. Yeah, iPad. I've never even seen this screen before. You mean what to sound dirty? I want to hear. What? Fan club, looked at your music list. You can look at mine if you want. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Is that what you're saying, Shelly? Oh, Shelly's. You better. There's a lot in between the lines. I'm just saying. And don't listen to me. Oh, I gotta use the restroom real quick, you guys. I gotta go to the potty. You have to excuse me just for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Oh, put that right there. Broke a world record. There he is. Power nap. Hi-ho. Probably bet you didn't even get to sleep. They're still here, Hi-ho. What's wrong with these people? I'm just an old washed up nobody. Kind of gives the son of a bitch hope. Some nice people out there still. Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of them. What do you think I was doing, Dacone? Get this shit down to the science, brother. You yell out the pumps, and I'll set the odds. We'll bookmake it. We'll have it in every casino in Vegas. Ooh, fuck. Excuse me. Well, it's different with that shit, man. When she's on like at 4 in the afternoon and there's like 87 billion people in there, yeah, it's best to do it then. no, no, it's not. Ugh. I just, I've been trying to look out for her. She's been good to me. She's been nice to me. So it's reciprocal. But Shelly, I don't know if Shelly would go back and read. I don't know. He's talking about Shelly. What the hell is that? Is that Turkish or French or something? You know, hi ho. He starts hitting that vape. He's all out there. No idea what he's talking about. And then Dacone follows right after. It just turns into philosophical venture. Yeah, they're women. Women will always do better on a corner, in a house, eating green eggs and ham. Sam I am. Period. Infinite. Done. Know it. Burn in DNA. Note to self. Me like you women. I ain't got jealous bone in my body. Not a one. Love them all. I respect the hell out of women. I was raised by a single mother. Yeah, you might say I'm well read, but you know what it gets you? Not a goddamn thing. I am full to the top of useless information. I am a weirdo. My mom started getting me the almanac. That was my Christmas gift every year. All the way till I was a grown man. I couldn't wait to get the almanac. And then I started getting two of them once I hit junior high because I started playing sports. So I get the sports almanac, and then I get like the regular almanac. And I would read those some bitches front to back, 100 times over, till I got till Christmas the next year. So I'm filled up with useless information. Hangs out call. I call bullshit, hi ho. I dare you. I get that one right. I think it's a bit too much. I just don't see it, hi ho. So we're all gonna have to see it to believe you. You need to whip that sucker out. Hell, you already won a pissing contest with most of men on this. It's funny how we're online. You know what I'm saying? How many men would say some of the stuff Hi-Ho says? All you gotta do is type and push enter. Nobody can even see you. They can touch you, harm you, and they won't do it. And they can say whatever they want. Ethical, or wouldn't do that, or whatever. In good context, in around a room of adults, there's always going to be some you rub wrong and some you don't. But it doesn't mean you don't say it or try. It's better live than not live. It's better to try and fail than not try at all. I hope says some freaking great stuff. And never take offense to any of it, ladies. Because I'm guessing, and it's a guess, but I think we're cut from the same cloth, and I really think he actually respects you guys more than not. You know, like he's a supporter, not a hater. You know, it's all in good fun type deal. Hot skip dab go naked. That sounds like the title of a good song. Hot skip dab go naked. I swear, y'all, Yoda comment. If a lady goes her time means something. You know, my cursor's over that word. Gives. If a lady gives her time means something. Yeah, it usually means that she knows you got $3 in your pocket or an old nasty quarter in the back pocket. They can smell that shit from like a shark in water. Did I say that loud? Oh yeah, I'm sure. I can only take your word for it, dude, and I believe you. That's why we need to stay away from each other because I don't think it would. I don't. I think it would be too much fun. I don't have a switch. I don't have a filter. So no, when in Rome, wherever I'm at, is 100% that. So I just hope they put me in a commune with nuns, cause I'll make those nuns proud. Right on, Ricardo. That's all you can do, homie. Try your best every time, every day, out the door, out the gate. Leave it on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's how they decipher us. The men stand out amongst the non-factoring men because they try hard. You know, it's like we were given a lot of blessings and tools, each and every one of us. So you need to like just try to find what you're good at and then abuse the shit out of it. Do it as hard as you can. If that happens to be women, then lucky women. You know what? I didn't click on that one just because out of bad mojo. No disrespect, they call them. I didn't want to see how it ended, brother, because I get all weirdo. Like I'd be on a red eye flight and shit, and like scout a cop or something. I've taken a lot of beatings from cops, brother. Sheriffs in particular. When I was a little kid, I've been ran over with squad cars and beat, cuffed up, and guns stuffed in my mouth. Like, dog, I'm not lying. The '90s where I grew up, it was really bad, you know. And I never did nothing bad to nobody. Yeah, Cali cops would kill you and bury you in a shallow grave and then plant a gun on you. That Rampart shit, it's been like that as long as I can remember. It got really bad in Long Beach where I live when I was a kid. The older guys, that the regular police couldn't do nothing no more, so they contracted the sheriffs. The sheriffs get a little bit more training. You know, like they're a little more. They're mostly like Marines that come out of the service. These guys, they're about it, and they pretty much were given a green light to like clean the shit up. So it just coincidentally was like junior high. Matter of fact, I remember the first good beating I caught because I was always big. So they are beating the hell out of me. I mean, fists. I'm just saying, sir, no, sir. I was scared. I was a little kid. I was like 12. But I was like 6 foot tall. And the whole time, you on parole? When'd you get out of jail? I'm like, jail, parole, what's that? You know, no, sir, yes, sir. They beat the dog shit out of me. That was after they ran me over with the squad car. I think my legs broke. They bent my beach cruiser in half. That was not a factor. Then they pulled my wallet out. And then when they pulled my junior high ID out, because I just got it like the day before, everything changed. Except I had no idea. Then it was like, we could take you to jail, but where you live? Like 2 blocks around the corner. They just took me home, knocked on the door, and my mom came out. My mom saw me in the light under the street lamp, and then she told me, go in the house. And so I went in the house. And she stood there, and she berated those 2 men, you know, chewing them out for like an hour straight, nonstop. I have no idea to this day what my mother told them. But she should have told them, we're going to sue your ass. But they would have killed me after, so I had a smart mama. I'm a parent now. I got a daughter and a son. I wouldn't want to offend you guys with the words of what I would do to anybody, man or woman, that laid a finger on my children. And how hard it must have been for my mom to see me. I was ran over with a squad car, straight up on purpose. I remember the motor ran, and then they just beat the goddamn dog shit out of me. And it was just the start of a lot of those. You know what I'm saying? So if you got bad kids in your neighborhood, or they're just kids, they just need somebody to tell them some good shit. Yeah, it's no coins. What kind of coin you want to talk about? Don't be so quick to judge, you know, because everybody's born wholesome and basically good. Everybody's just trying to make their way. Everybody got to eat. Coin Junkie. Coin Junkie AG. I'm gonna guess. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to you, bro. Or broette. Not sure. Coin Junkie AG. It's kind of masculine. Actually, that's metrosexual. It could go either way. That's a great name. I like that. I'm a coin junkie, dude. That's for sure. I apologize about the camera. My tablet froze up. We were in here all night, so I'm going to be getting off pretty quick here. But the chat's really good. And if you ain't subscribed to everybody in this chat, you'd be a dummy not to. And if you could find it in your morning, kick a dog, you know, punch a neighbor, click the bell and the like button. Not in that order particularly, whatever order you choose. Daily, subliminal. Huh, it's called bombardment. That's what the government calls it. It's by design. No, I'm not even going to start. I'll say it once in front of you particular people in this room. If you watch TV, stop. If you listen to your radio, stop. If you have a cell phone, you're on it all day, smash it on the ground and save your life and your brain. And your life will change. But it's another show. Well said, Ricardo. You know what, Ricardo? This guy is wise. Very wise. And then punch a midget. God damn, Corey. You complete me, Corey. You complete me. No question mark. Punch me. If that's what makes you happy, because it's all about being physically and mentally healthy. If that means punching midgets in your spare time, do whatever. That's on you. I might not. I might like want to hug a midget or shot put one. Who knows? Whatever makes you happy. There is no right or wrong answer. You know what I'm saying? Some things might be frowned upon by society. Screw society. They don't pay your bills. They don't raise your kids. They don't feed you. You know what I'm saying? Do what you're born in this world with inalienable rights to yourself, free on a free earth. These borders don't exist. They're bullshit. They read through all these maps all the time, and you don't even know it. The map in Europe has been changed more times in the last 100 years. No one in this room would guess how many times to get it right, because it's not stuff that they make. We're not privy. We don't get to know. But if you go looking for it, you'll find it. Just be careful what you look for. That's all I can tell you. Because I've been that path, and I've always traveled the road less traveled. There's not always good stuff at the other end. Just more of the same. So if you only have energies that you have, concentrate your energies 100-yard circle around you and put all that in that. Because it's probably all the stuff that you spend all your time around, all your day, all your efforts should be put there anyways. Your people, your old lady, your boyfriend, your kids, your neighbors, your pets, your job, whatever it is that makes you happy. Go frickin' do that and do it as hard as you can. Because you'll find out real quick, this is what you should be doing or you should not be doing. Because you should always get, for every action, there's equal and opposite reaction. It should be, 100% fold. You're supposed to get out of stuff what you put into it. If it's not, something's wrong. The way you treat people, they should treat you likewise. If they're not, something's wrong. These are very basic human things to live by that simplify everything. The man likes to throw a lot of buffers and fillers and shit in between to fuck you all up. God, they tried to kill me before. They're gonna kill me for this shit. I don't give a shit. I'm bulletproof. Don't worry. Oh, the Mass you're naughty. Oh yeah, dude, just off the coast of California. Okay. You know how many islands are off the coast of California they ain't on the map? Because they're all military owned. You know how many islands are in the Japanese islands during World War II? Because my grandfather was a high up Navy guy. Thousands. They're not on a map. You couldn't make a map with all the stuff that's on Earth because you wouldn't be able to frickin' read it. Hi ho! I didn't even know you were still here. You were sleeping, weren't you? You need to sleep. Everyone, cops are human. To be good, don't give them a reason. Well said. I'm telling you. I sit here and think of stuff to say that's clever, but true. And Hi-Ho just wakes up out of a dead snore. Doesn't even know he's still on a live stream and just says that. And there you go. Better than me. Love you, Hi-Ho. See you tomorrow, bro. Nah, I ain't never kissed a man's ass in my life. Just don't disrespect, you know. Take the higher, moral ground, bro. Like, I was raised, you never air your dirty laundry, and you never let them see you sweat. So every time I took them beatings, you didn't hear shit from me except yes sir, no sir. Because these sissies, my brother was dishing out way worse beatings my whole life. I was already ready for the shit. Getting hit by a car and breaking my leg. Fuck, I jumped right up and ran and put my hands on the hood. Because I thought in some sick way, I thought my brother was coming. And my brother was going to punish me or some shit. So catching beaten all the time from them wasn't nothing. But yeah, it was probably some shit I wasn't dealing with all my life. So there was a cost, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, I win. I got 2 beautiful kids. I got a loyal wife that hates me. I'm doing it right. You know what I mean? I used to love TV. Cryo Gym. Talk about a stand-up guy. This guy, hacker, how the heck did you type in where the heck were we yesterday? I couldn't believe it was like shotgun. It was pretty cool. And then Lincoln wins with like one entry. I love it. Kind of scared me a little, Caro. I'm not gonna lie. That's right. That's right. Yep. Thank you, man. Man Extreme. I love that guy too. Shay's a good guy. Oh yeah, they call him. It's different. When I was 20, 25, 30, every year in my life, I was that cat that I knew everything. You told me I didn't know, man, it's fighting words. I know everything. 27 years old, fool. I know everything. When I turned 28, the first thing I realized, I didn't know shit when I was 27. It's been happening every year since. It's never not. So the last probably 5, 8 years, I am humble. I am not pig-headed or full of myself. I just gave in, dude. And things have been better. They're not great, but they've been better. You do what you can do. And just do your best. That's all I've ever tried doing. Yeah, even at 30, I was still... At 30, honestly, I was in like this, like... It was just like a repeat of a pattern. Different, but the same. I'm grown now. I'm 30. At 30, I own my own business. Made a lot of money. And status-wise, like, to me, I was better than, like, my friends around me or something. You know, like, I was always the leader of the bunch. Not because I wanted it, because I was big. That's when I was a kid. I just got used to taking the heat for everybody because they always picked me out, you know? So I started behaving that way. Like, well, shit, I'm going to get blamed for it. I'm going to earn it, you know? But I was square-wise. I worked my ass off. I worked so hard, I missed a lot of soccer games, some weddings, a funeral. Shit that you don't miss because I had told myself it was important to work till it's done as hard as you can, that type of deal. I just did like I always did. And it wasn't the right math ratio. It wasn't the right mix. But it was better than the other. That's for damn sure. And look where I'm at now. I know Shelly and Cryogen. They call him Danique. Corey. We got 2 Corys in our group, don't we? We got Corey W. and we got Corey the firefighter, right? Both awesome people. I apologize. Because I was thinking that earlier yesterday, I guess. I think I sent some messages to Corey W. They were meant for Corey Firefighter guy. And vice versa. Because they didn't say nothing back. They were probably like, this guy's crazy. A little bit. Oh, God. Oh, shiminy crickets, excuse me. Are you guys even here? Somebody say something. I can't get this tablet. Oh, my God. I can't get this tablet to come back on. This is great. I love that saying. I say it all the time. No worries. Some people have something. There you go. Some people have a hard time. They don't know what that means. And I'm like, come on, that's really, really sound English, you know? Like, there's not a lot of places you can go outside of. No worries, you know? Like, but I hate, I hate text on the phones, texting. And live chat's basically text. Because you get a lot of people who don't use punctuation. You got the asshole that always has everything in capital. I think his name's Lemonhead. So yeah, they're super easily like misunderstood, misconstrued, etc. You know, taken out of context. And it sucks because I see people get mad at each other all the time when I was like, wait a minute, They didn't mean that. I know they didn't mean that. It's so funny. That shit was happening tonight a lot. Happens all the time. Oh, I got probably in a charger. It's charging. I just don't know. Oh, maybe I'll hit this. Oh, I found how to get back to the locked picture. CrowdGen, you might be able to help. You're a spy, government spy hacker. No, I don't. I mean that as a total joke. I get the impression you're a smart dude. That's for damn sure. I'm on my iTablet. I was streaming. I think it says X amount what I was streaming, and it's locked. The photograph is what you see now. It's been there, but everybody hears me, so we've been continuing this stream. But I really feel guilty, and this is not good content, bro. So I either have to end this or fix this right now. Which one's possible, and would you know? You leaving, Shelly? Did you pay your door fee? Did you pay the doorman? Or did you sneak in? Don't ever say sorry to me, mama. You could do no wrong. You hear me? None of you. Decone, don't you got some payments to do? Payment. You're here. That's my payment. Bye, Shelly. Decone, keep it real, homie. I got your stuff coming, brother. Just hang tough. I'm excited to send them to you, too. Yeah, it's locked up. I'm not really computer savvy. I'd say you have to reset it and stuff. So, yeah, so I'd have to get on the stream, etc., right? Cool. I think then I guessed right. I'm going to call that good info. I always feel bad when somebody pops in and you're about to get off. Everybody does that too. It's like, oh man, CrowdGen. Everybody, I love CrowdGen. I don't want to get off. You feel in debt to like, I want to give him 10 minutes at least. Anything you want to say, CrowdGen, say it right now. Anything. You hate purple. You punch puppies. Nobody's judging you right now. Say it. So I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm starving. Oh no. I don't know if there's a language difference because we both speak English. But Cryo laid the guilt on me. No, Cryo. Okay, I'm not going nowhere. God, I really thought Cryo was gonna say something like, "I'm really like a military operative." You know, like I'm a ranger or a Navy SEAL. Our English here, that's textbook. You couldn't have said it any better, bro. I believe you. Oh, I believe you when you said it the first time, man. I got no reason not to. That just shows you like we're around each other all the time, but it really is different strokes, you know? Like it's crazy, man. You just go 10 miles in any direction. Things are different. It really is. So I hope everybody has subbed to each other. Um, I'm gonna try to squeeze out a video, 2-minute video. I had showed everybody in here, but it didn't. It's not. It'll be on here, but I'm gonna title it right. I'm trying to keep the same day, same time auction once a week. You know, I'm trying to get rich, just trying to eat like everybody else. I think I have good stuff. It will be like along the lines of quarter, nickel, dime, but ranging from some old stuff to modern. And nothing to waste. None of the coins I picked are coins that you're just gonna, gee, where do I put this? It's gonna be, ooh, that goes in my book. That goes in this. This goes in the safe. That's what I'm trying to do every time. So if I'm failing, let me know. The thing is, text has no emotion. Well said. I was just saying that. That is so true. That's why I don't. I'm more like asking. I'm not reacting yet. Normally you react to other people's actions instantly. On here, everybody needs to slow down. Slow down. Take a deep breath. Take it with a grain of salt. Check the plus and minuses. A few comments before and after, because it'll change. You'll get it right away if you didn't get it the first time. It's hard. I ain't gonna say it's easy. I think I got it down now. Plus, you're a handsome devil, so you get lost in your eyes, Cryo. What I owe you? $2? $2? I charge $2 to get lost in my eyes. Boom, boom. That's a joke, people. Come on, that's good stuff. Thank you. Crowd got it. This is weird. This is like the weirdest stream. Everybody's gonna talk crap. Half people are gonna talk crap, half aren't. Ricardo, genius. Thank you for coming. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. I am in 1,000 camel debt to you, sir. I will bless thy with 1,000 camel. I don't have 1,000 camels, but if I did, they were yours. And good night, good sir. Another stand-up guy. Awesome guy. Good sense of humor. I don't think this whole thing would have been complete tonight without Ricardo. Definitely without Danique. And Corey. Forget about it. Cryo. Cherry on the cake. Icing on the cake. What time is it? It's gotta be 4. 3:18. Damn. It was off a little bit. Well, honestly, I still have my stuff to do. I don't mind doing it while you guys are on here. If you guys want me to get off and then try to fix this and get back on, I'm game. If one of you other people want to stream, I'm game. I'm taking suggestions right now. Just anything. No suggestions with a lot of physical movement, because I can't. Cryo, I haven't slept in 13 days, brother. Top that, okay? I go until I can't. My body tells me when I've hit the wall. And I'm lying, of course. I fall asleep in this damn chair like I'm gonna guess all you do. I fall asleep for like increments of like 15 minutes. You get that rush of adrenaline when you realize, damn, I fell asleep in the chair in front of the computer again, on. In 45 minutes, and I do that back and forth, back and forth. I would put good money you all do the same thing. Except for the women, they're smarter than us. They smell better too. That's a rumor. That's a rumor. I'm just saying. I did bathe. I did bathe. Did I bathe day? Is it Sunday? Good night, Danique. Thank you so much. Open. Would you please open that package already? God. She's like torturing me. I sent her some like cool stuff, because like first time I ever streamed, nervous, never did this before, making mistakes. She popped in. She's a sweetheart. From jump. You opened it. She opened it. I think I put some good stuff in there. It's not like super great stuff. It's just stuff, that's all. 10 more streams in a row and you're here. You are living hit penny, you know what I'm saying? How do you put a car in an envelope? Jesus. Forget about it. All right, you guys, I'm gonna shut it down. Check a few things. If you're around in 15 minutes or whatever, I'll probably tinkle, use powder my nose, etc. I could snack on something, and then not 100%, but I'm gonna put it at like 75%. I'll pop back up. I know how it is. I hate when like nobody's there, but you find a few people in the room, but it's not the room that you go to. So if I could help, I'll help. But like, I don't like being by myself. It sucks. Plus, I would like to hear from Carl Jen about those those halves. I believe they're halves. Bon appetit. Thank you. Ciao. Ciao, everybody. Corey, don't take any wood ones. And thank you for coming, man. Thank you for hanging tough and putting up with me. Appreciate it. Bye bye, sweetheart. Don't forget to kick the dog, ring the bell, hit the like, or don't, or the dislike. I want honest feedback. Do not save my feelings, please, because it won't make me better. I'm only gonna get better if you guys like it, or dislike it, etc. Yada, yada, yada. Bada bing, forget about it. Alright. Alright, you guys. Now is it gonna let me stop? Because the screen's froze. God, that's a great question. So I said to myself, self, how are you going to get out of this stream? What would the Pink Panther do right now? That's what I'm saying. Are you sure you want to stop? I found it. Dumb luck. I had no idea what I was doing.